Hi, Ben. How are you? How are you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Yeah, probably you remember us. We check in this morning, my
Oh,
wife and my baby.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Excellent, Ben.
How do you
I'm
like
probably
how do you
second.
like the room so far?
Yeah, Ben, the room is very good. We are on the eighth floor, and I'm very sorry, Ben, but probably I'm going to make the worst day of your life right now.
Oh, why? What happened?
You know, we are here with my wife and my baby, and we are on the eighth floor, and the room is fine, though it's a bit noisy.
It's a bit noisy. Do you know from where?
Yeah, we are just in front of the elevator, and it's just the door of the elevator is right out of the casino floor, and it starts to get very noisy. And it seems like to the nighttime is going to be even worse.
I know,
Oh,
it is.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. It usually happens when it's a new scenario. Yeah, some details. Fran, you're just checking in.
Yeah.
You haven't stayed there a night yet.
I say it seems like because we say check in the morning.
No, you're walking up to check in to your room, which is on the eighth floor.
I'm checking in.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you're going to get the upgrade
Yeah.
right then and there.
Right.
And so, Ben, you have the authority to take them to one of the top floors for free. You have the ability to charge them for it. If for some reason, you're like, I can't deal with this dude, you can call the manager. Usually Douglas is our manager. So, like, try to keep it real, however you feel.
Yeah.
So, and Fran, yeah, you're just checking in. Your wife paid it online. Okay.
Okay.
She paid for the eighth floor.
Yeah.
However, you are a negotiator, and you just so happen to always be in that mode, right? You never know what you can get.
Floor.
Right. So
My lucky number.
Yeah, see if maybe it's your lucky day.
Yeah.
So you're coming up to this countertop.
Okay.
Ben, who if you've never met, we don't know much about him, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Hi Ben. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
We are checking in here, my wife and my baby, and here's the voucher or the ticket or whatever, it's a coupon that we ordered online.
Oh yeah. Let me check you guys right in.
Thank you.
Yeah, it seems like you're getting a standard room. It will be available in 10 minutes.
Right. Okay, perfect. Just listen. I probably you have this coming every single time that somebody wants to check in, buy very cheap online, and they're trying to take advantage of the hotel and say, "Oh, I buy cheap," and then I play my cards in the casino. Let's put it. Trying to get an upgrade, but I'm just looking into the middle of the week. Usually the hotel is quite empty. I'm assuming that, but I have my wife and my baby here, and actually I would like to see what are the possibilities to go higher in the hotel, in the floors. I mean,
Higher floor, you said? We are actually, it is Las Vegas. Like, we are kind of booked all week, every week.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna have an availability for you.
Right. You may say anything available, you said, sorry?
I don't think so. And if I can get something, it would probably be very expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, very expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. If you don't mind, Ben, to ask you, how expensive is that?
Yeah, let me see. An upgrade to a room, to a room on the eighth floor is gonna be something like a $300 a night upgrade.
$300. That's plus whatever I paid already online.
Correct.
Okay, and this is all the availability you have so far?
Yeah, from what I can see here, it's the only room that's available.
Yeah, okay, but you know, I'm clearly annoying you with this question and these things. Is any other way that you can find out what other availabilities are? Perhaps, I don't know, people that cancel or no shows.
Yeah, I can check. One sec.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just checked. It seems like that might be the only room, and it could also be booked, to be honest, any minute online. You still have your own room, which I think is a great room.
Right.
Yeah. So if you're uncomfortable paying that price, that's all right. It's a great hotel. You're in a great location. It's a fantastic room. I think you would enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I heard you saying that it's a great hotel, great location. We definitely are going to enjoy it. So, just, and you say, oh no, again, here we come, this guy again asking this question. Later today would be a chance to actually come back and see what we have in the books, cancellations or something that might avail perhaps yourself or your colleagues to look into the availability from go higher in the floors.
Yeah, I could definitely take a look if something else changes. I can't guarantee it, but yeah, I can't guarantee it.
Yeah, no, of course. And if that room for $300, that will be available later today, you know for certain that is available yet, or is a possibility only?
Yeah, currently it is available because we had a cancellation, but I know it is a desired room. It has much space. It's on the, on the 8th floor. It's very luxurious. So I'm just saying right now it would be 300 to upgrade, or or like, we don't know, someone could be booking it later today.
Right. So I hear you see. So you're saying that is canceled. I heard you right.
Yes, it was canceled about this morning, earlier this morning.
All right. Okay. So it's already canceled.
Right, and that's why
Yeah.
it's available. Correct.
Say again, didn't catch that.
And that is why it's available. It's the
Oh,
only
yes, sorry. Yes. Yeah.
available. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. So it's canceled. So how far? I'm sorry, I'm asking all this question, but just out of pure curiosity, if a room like that is canceled this morning, how long it takes for a new booking for that room? Because it seems to be quite expensive. $300 is not something that you book every day.
I mean, yeah, but it is available online. I guess people can just book it.
Right.
It's booked. It's
Yeah.
they're already I mean, it's already been cleaned since
Yeah.
the other people left, so it's pretty ready.
And would be absolutely crazy to check with your team if that can be made available to us at a rate that actually is convenient for everybody. I mean, because it's empty and you don't know with certainty how far it's going to be booked.
I mean, yeah, I can check. We typically have, policies,
Yeah.
price for a specific room.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if I can change that, but I can check.
Would you be against checking while we wait here?
No,
I don't mind go for a coffee and come back.
yeah, that's fine. Let me talk to my manager and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you. I come back in 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
All right, Ben, have a quick chat with your manager, Doug. You know what, and you don't know this, but Fran is lurking around the corner, getting some data like a good negotiator. So, but you don't know this, so go ahead and talk to Doug about situation.
Yeah, so Doug, what do you think? I have this guy who wants to upgrade to the 8th floor room, and it seems like he doesn't want to pay the $300.
Ben, has he ever stayed with us before?
Not that no, not that it
Okay.
looks like it.
Any sign he's a big baller, is gonna spend a lot of money on the floor?
He says he came here with his wife and his baby. I don't know
Ah,
how much they're gonna go out, you know, babysitter, all that kind of stuff. It's expensive. And he doesn't want to pay the 300, so I'm assuming they're not gonna ball out.
yeah, I would say gonna have to hold the line on this one so far, Ben.
Okay, so I'll stick to the 300.
Yep.
All right. Okay, I got back. So hey Fran,
Hey,
I talked to my manager and
Right.
unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we can lower the price for the luxury room, for the VIP.
Right.
Yeah.
okay. So that's okay. That's okay. I understand hotel policies. You have it available, so many people come in and book it right now. As a curiosity, for how long is that room available today? Because we are planning to stay a week.
For a week?
Yeah. So that room is available, but I sorry I didn't ask you earlier, but for how long is available in your books or in system?
Good point. That's a good question. So let's say today is Monday. I see that it's booked on Thursday.
So 4 days eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
4 days.
So that's 1,200. That, so I mean, that is 1,200 in your that probably you're not going to get anything of that in the next 4 days.
Well, we don't know. Maybe someone book it online, right?
Yeah, that's true. So do you have many bookings like for 1 day, 2 days like that, like in the middle of the week?
Hmm. I mean, it's probably not as vibrant as the weekend, but
Yeah,
we get some. I mean, again, it's still Las Vegas. People don't
yeah,
have days or nights.
yeah. Okay. Listen, what I was thinking, perhaps that would be a possibility. 4 days will be make a big difference for us, but it's not really what we want. It's just what we can do. Would be absolutely madness to ask your manager if they will allow us for 4 days that room for $500, and you have already our full room paid plus extra $500 for a room that you already have available just today for next 4 days.
Yeah, well, I think my manager kind of already thought about it, like
Right.
calculating it, and she came back to me saying we can't do a better price for that room.
Yeah.
I don't think he would still change his mind.
Right. Okay. It doesn't worth really asking for this.
I kind of did ask him.
Yeah. No, I mean, because you ask her for the full time rate. I'm saying just considering that it's only 4 days available, middle of the week, perhaps just to say quick question, if would be open to consider $500 for the 4 days
Okay, yeah.
instead of losing 1,200
Yeah,
potentially.
if
Yeah.
I am definitely, I'm for
Yeah.
the customer and I want you to feel comfortable, I will go in and ask him if he can wait just one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, so Doug, what do you think? He brought up the idea that the room is empty for 4 days, and so he's willing to pay kind of like half of the price to have it booked, rather than us maybe waiting for someone else to book it. What do you think?
It's pretty slow week this week. No major concerts or anything, right?
No, yeah, I know it's the middle of the week, right? It's a little
Yeah.
weaker than the weekend.
The only thing is we might be getting somebody for the weekend though.
Yeah, no, he would leave. I am assuming he would probably move back to the other room Thursday night. So it would just be for a few days.
Yeah. If you'll do 1,000, I could do it for the 4 days. Otherwise, 2 nights in this weekend in the regular room, and then we can talk about something for the additional 2 days maybe in the suite.
Wait, say that again?
Oh, I'm saying this weekend we leave the suite open in case we get a booking, and then could do something like 300 for the 2 nights that they're during the week. I could see doing that maybe. Does that make sense?
No way, I lost you.
Yeah, so I'm saying this weekend they stay in the standard suite. So it's either 1,000 for 4 nights,
Okay.
or for 2 nights in the suite after the weekend, 300.
Okay. I'll tell them actually, yeah, because so today's Monday and it's vacant Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, someone else is coming in. So I'll tell them for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it would be technically 1,000 instead of 1,200.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I think that sounds great.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, friend,
Hey,
great news, actually. I just came back from my manager and he was actually, I told him the whole story and we want you guys to be so happy and and comfortable at our hotel that he even decided to decrease the price. So if you would, instead of paying 1,200 for the VIP room, you could only pay 1,000, which is a great deal.
so come back again. So is 1,000 for
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
1,000 month? Yeah,
for the room on the 8th floor.
right.
I wanted to pay about 500, but the price would have been 1,200, so we're willing to go down to 1,000.
Right. Okay. Okay. You know what? I really appreciate your time. I'm sorry I bother you with all this, but I think that we'll stay in the room that we book online. I'm sorry that didn't work for the hotel. So yeah, let's process the check-in. We'll stay on the room that we book online.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
thank you anyways, and yeah, we hope you enjoy the stay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And time. Nice job, Fran. You stayed in that pocket. Ben was tough.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nice work, Ben.
Awesome.
Well, right where you're still fresh.
Yeah.
Were there any butterflies in your gut? And at what
Pro-
moments? Like, did you feel any anxiety, any butterflies, any tension from any side, any moment?
What were you asking?
Either one. Did you guys feel anything?
I would have preferred that Ben and Douglas have a separate room for their internal conversation.
Did it make you feel a little triggered when he mentioned, oh, they might not spend a lot of money?
No.
Oh, I was like, whoa, that was good.
No.
Oh.
Well, I worked in a hotel for many years, so I know.
Oh, okay.
So the thing is actually and I've been in Vegas, so I know that they don't negotiate anything. It's very hard to get anything. What's the other thing I was to say? So if Ben and Doug will have that conversation in a separate room.
They did. You were just around the corner spying to gather data.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think it's good to have a breakout room.
Yeah, breakout room, because then they say I could have taken advantage of that. That's what I.
Oh, you should have. Jonathan did.
should have.
And yeah, that was interesting when
Man,
Jonathan
that was for you.
even put it in chat. Yeah, you see, spice things up. Yeah, Jonathan ran in there, guns blazing. Unfortunately, Douglas is an assertive and shot him right back down.
Well,
It was still
I
fun.
wasn't looking to the chat. But
Oh
anyway,
yeah, we got chat open. We just throw our thoughts on there. The only person that's not allowed to read it is your counterpart.
Right. Oh, okay. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, no, but yeah, actually, I've been fucking sorry. Oof, sorry.
Oh, you can curse here.
I was lazy. Actually, I was a lazy negotiator. I say I tried a few times. I didn't get it. I said, "Yeah, forget it. Let's go to the room. I'm tired."
Jonathan, I don't think Douglas shot him down for the record.
No.
I just had him escorted out in handcuffs. That's all.
Oh, your dog started barking in the background. That's how crazy it got. I caught accusation audits. Any report? That was my big question. All right,
I don't think you build enough
feedback real
report,
quick.
yeah?
You didn't see any report, Eugene?
I didn't see much report. I didn't see any connection. So Fran, you were very analytical. Like you throw a lot of numbers, and the more numbers you throw, the more people tend to get in their head,
Mhm.
which is fine. But remember, how do we make decisions, rationally or emotionally?
Yeah, emotionally.
You see? So when you connect them to head, they get disconnected to emotions. And when you work with numbers a lot, that tends to happen because that's how you see things. But when we negotiate, we try to approach it from the emotional kind of intelligence, from the emotional standpoint,
Right.
rather than going through numbers.
Yeah.
So a couple of cool things. I like how you kind of approach the situation was what are the possibilities? Like you let him think about possibilities, even though it didn't produce much fruit. But some of the question that you were asking is, for example, was yes, no question. Is this all availability? Instead of perhaps saying it, what are the availability right now?
Yeah.
So not yes or no question, but what? So that makes them think a little bit broader.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you used sorry, but I think once or twice.
Oh, and I understand.
I noticed that one, the eyes on the sorry about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's hard not to be a sorry, but, and sometimes, you have to practice those things. Sorry, but it comes up even with the best of us. But yeah, it's not really a good way of, a good practice per se.
Get feedback from anyone else?
I had a question for Ben, and I
no.
was curious about this. Ben, how did you feel Fran's questioning style? Because I found it good. I thought it was good, and he was gathering data, but not being pushy. I didn't feel, but he was also nicely gathering data. Did you feel annoyed by that, or how did that feel when he was gathering data?
No, I didn't feel annoyed. I think I was deep into his questions, and I didn't even realize that I slipped up the cancellation information that he picked up.
Oh, good.
So I like that he brought it to the table and like, oh, I see it's canceled, like maybe, and then that kind of gave him, I think, a little bit more power over me.
Elicitation's good.
I thought his elicitation was excellent. I really did.
Yeah.
Could have been better. I think Eugene does have a great point of open-ended. Might have been a possibility to go even higher, but for sure, he got a lot of information there.
Daniel, you're going to share the recording later?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely do.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And then, go ahead, Kostas, real quick, your feedback. And welcome, James. Good to have you.
Hey, James, good to see you.
I will only spot one thing. He said once, I heard you say that. It was a cold thing, the way he told it. I heard you. He has better chances with this. Like, thank you for
some validation, right?
It was very cold. I heard you. It's a robotic answer.
Yeah.
Why he was sensing to find something to be more warm.
Yeah.
And I also would like to ask if it could make it easier that we say that there were rooms in the hotel, enough rooms available. There's not in a seldom news 1 or 2 rooms available, but there are rooms available. But so they have make a task easier, but he won't have to give them, of course. But if there are, say, 20% rooms available for this period, would be easier to make bargains instead of having 2 rooms available only.
Yeah.
Or there's the other way. Ben, let me ask you, if your mother came up to the counter and she paid online for the 8th floor, and you're like, man, I can pretty much hook anybody up. Would you hook her up?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. See, so if you guys are into, what's that persuasion book? Robert Cialdini, familial
Influence or
status.
persuasion? Which
Yeah,
influence
the
or
newest thing he
persuasion?
put in influence is if you come off like a family, like, you know, if they feel a connection, right? That was Eugene said earlier, get that rapport, that connection. Yeah, I think Ben would have bent the rules and
Yeah.
gone for it. Does anybody else want to get some practice in so we can give you some great feedback? If anybody else has feedback, we haven't heard from William. We haven't heard from Eli. Haven't heard from Jonathan. Michael usually drops in chat. Ryan, it'd be great to hear if you anything caught your attention, anything you would have tweaked. We're just here to augment your what you have. You know, that's it.
Yeah, I have
Yeah, Jonathan, go.
a question for Ben. Ben, what would have made you open up to give him the room? Because
Yeah.
at some point, I feel like you were afraid of making a wrong decision or the bad decision.
Well, yeah, well, I was gonna say something like Dan said, but he kind of said it, but I think if Fran got, asked questions more about me or trying to get to know me or, trying to put me off my mind of my like work, like I need to be a customer service representative. I have like a hotel to do, like a manager to talk to. Like if you kind of connected with me, maybe it would have helped a little more for me to like want to help and not just be like, oh, sorry, like this is what we have.
You know, like, what are your drivers in life type of thing?
Yeah.
Go deep, get dark, right? Darth Vader, get dark. And if they get triggered, whip on that late FM DJ tone.
Yeah, because
Label them out.
customer service representatives deal with a lot of stuff. I think they need some people to kind of connect with them and feel their frustration. They're seeing people all the time, all day, like bad people, good people. It's not easy.
James, you want to run up you want to give it a shot, or no? How about you, Ryan? I think this is your second time I've seen you, Ryan, and you haven't had a shot.
I haven't done one before, so
You want to
yeah,
jump in?
yeah, sure.
Okay, you are the negotiator. Ben, for the sake of consistency, and we'll put you on the other side if you like. Would you want to be the hotel attendant again, or does anybody here want to be? Oh, how about you, Fran? You said you got experience. You want to be the regular person? Anybody?
It's somebody else, please, because I
Of course.
the answer
Give
for
me
me
your
would be
front
no.
Douglas.
I'll be demoted. I'll demote myself here.
All right, Douglas has been demoted. He's working.
I got demoted because I didn't upgrade Fran. He complained to corporate, and I got demoted for my decision.
He knows the hotel. He knows who. Yeah. All right, let's go, Ryan.
Oh my God, sorry. Hey,
Greetings.
I'm here to check into my hotel.
Sure. How are you? What's your name?
Hey, my name's Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
What's your name?
I'm Douglas. Welcome.
Hi, Douglas. It's been a busy day here. You must be near the end of your shift.
No, actually, just getting started. We go fairly late, so but it's good times. Welcome to Vegas.
Just
This is your first time to Vegas?
Oh wow. No, I come here frequently, kind of every 6 months. I'm just here with my wife.
Awesome. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so as I say, I mean, you must be fully booked right now.
Yeah, it's actually not too crazy. We're doing good, but with the pandemic, everything's starting to come back alive, and a lot of folks are starting to get out and have some fun now.
Sorry, you said it's coming back alive. What did you say?
Yeah, coming back to life. We're a little busier for sure since pre-pandemic. It was pretty crazy there for a while, but yeah, starting to really act like normal again.
Back to normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here with my wife, but unfortunately, my wife she's not feeling too well. We were going to have. Yeah, we were planning to like go out into Vegas and really kind of see the sights, but thinking that we're just going to chill a bit more in the hotel.
Sure.
Yeah, I was just wondering which floor is the hotel on?
Yeah, your suite is on the is a standard room actually on the 8th floor.
On the 8th
looking
floor?
out toward the strip, so you do get a nice strip view. Yeah, so you're all slated here for the 8th floor here.
Okay, I'm about to ruin your day, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're gonna ruin my day. Wait, you're
I'm
not a
gonna
Karen,
ruin
are you, Ryan? You're not really secretly a Karen, are you?
it. About to, yeah, flip the table, ask for the manager.
Oh man, yeah, here we go.
So basically, my wife is feeling really sick, unfortunately.
Sure.
And, you know, as I say, we're planning on spending a lot of time in the hotel.
Mhm.
Does the hotel come with a minibar?
Yeah, actually, that room does have a mini bar in it.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking we want to chill out somewhere quiet, and
Sure.
there are a couple of places nearby where, you know, we could maybe chill out and it would be nice. But I'm thinking that maybe if we did something a little bit more low key, you know, we'd be quite happy to stay in the hotel, spend money in the hotel. And I just think if we had kind of nicer surroundings, you know, if you had anything maybe for an upgrade.
Let me see what I have. I could do, there is a 10th floor here. Easily move you to the 10th floor. It's a little quieter up there.
Oh, wow.
No problem. I could put you in that right now, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, Douglas, thank you so much. I
Sure.
really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
When will the room be ready?
They're all good to go right now. Are you ready? You want to do the 10th floor?
Yeah, the 10th floor. Is that as high as it goes?
Actually, well, we do have 20 floors. But the looks like here, if you're willing to pony up, I do have a upgraded double suite. It is 300 a night, so your difference would be about 150 per night. That one is available. It's actually on the 12th floor, and in the 12th floor and up, all the way up to the 18th are all double suites. And then, of course, the presidential suite on the 20th floor is $1,200 a night. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah. Wow. That's yeah. I mean, you know, your offer of moving us higher up, you know, really generous. I really appreciate that, Douglas.
Sure.
Can I go full Karen on you and ask, are you capable of authorizing upgrades?
Yeah, I've got a lot of leeway here, depending on what we're dealing with here. Sure.
Okay, so Douglas, I really like, you know, I'm not going to be the worst, maybe I'm not going to be the absolute worst customer in the world. I'm not going to ask.
No, you're already not. You're already not. I can tell you, you're already not.
Douglas, thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to ask for the 20th floor, but I really like the sound of the one on the 12th floor.
Sure.
But unfortunately, I just don't see how I can pay the upgrade. You know, we're planning on spending all our money kind of, you know, we want to spend it in the hotel. I'd love to spend it, you know, we're just going to chill out in the minibar. You know, we'll probably spend a reasonable amount in the minibar, but yeah, I'm just wondering if that's possible.
Maybe. Help me sell this to my boss. If I get, you know, if I do this, why did I do this?
Do you have a casino on site?
Oh yeah, for sure. The first floor we have a casino for sure.
Oh, you have a casino. Okay. So, I mean, is it noisy? Because, you know, my wife is, I don't want to ditch her in her room.
Yeah,
but,
really good soundproofing. So, you know, anything above the third floor, you can't, there's no, you know, of course there's people, you know, going to the elevator. But your room on the 10th floor that we have you slated for is nice and quiet. It's far away from the elevator and everything. It's kind of remote there. So it'd be nice and quiet. Yeah,
it's beautiful views as well.
Yeah,
I must say on the you know, the one on the 12th floor, I think I came here like 6 months ago. And yeah, I stayed in one of the rooms then. It was amazing. You know, really sing your praises high.
Nice. Yeah.
Love this hotel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wondered if you know, if it would be unreasonable if for a return customer who's going to spend a lot of money in your casino, a lot of money in your minibar, whether that might be whether you'd be against asking for that upgrade.
All right. Well, possibly. What kind of? Okay, this is going to be kind of a rude question, but it helped me sell it if I get down to it. Are you willing to buy in today for 2,000 in chips?
2,000.
If you know, easily if you spend 2,000 on the casino floor today, I've got no problem doing the upgrade.
Oh wow. I don't see how I can do that, unfortunately. You know, yeah, that's that's quite a lot of chips. 2,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Doug, it's me, the owner. Can I see you here for a second?
Absolutely.
Hey, this guy's just gonna he's gonna go in the room and drink and mess it up. Sounds like a broke drunk. Just get him out of here, will you? Don't upgrade.
You want him to leave Las Vegas?
I mean, the guy can't even spend 2,000 on. He's lying. I don't think I've never seen him. He's never been here before, so I think this guy's a compulsive liar, drunk, broke. Just get this guy out of here, will you?
Okay, boss.
All right.
You're the man.
Excuse me. Did I just hear you correctly?
What's that?
Did I overhear someone just you don't want my business? Is that right?
Oh no, Ryan, that's not it at all. We have an unruly customer on the 13th floor right now. So needs to be shown out of his room. So problem for after we're done here. I'm sorry about that.
You have an unruly customer on the 13th floor. Well, see, so you're drunk? Is he?
Yeah, he's just kind of living it up in the minibar and hasn't paid his fee for the day. So we're gotta take care of that.
People often like not pay their minibar fee.
Yeah, it can be bad.
A big problem for you guys.
His credit card was declined, so that's when we start to get a little worried about things for sure.
Oh, I see. Well, I can give you cash. Literally, you know, I could.
It is king. It is
Pardon?
king. It is
Cash
king.
is king. Cash is king.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know, I'm more than happy to put. You know, we're gonna spend a lot of time in the hotel room, so I can put up $400 in cash, obviously up front. That's money that we're gonna spend in your hotel bar. You know, I know the prices.
All right, and time. Ryan, you're making offers and solutions. Your goal is to get them solving your problems. So I think we have enough to give you feedback if you're right, if you're ready. And of course, while you're still fresh, what emotions you feel? You feel good? You feel it was effortless? Or you stressed? Any butterflies in there? Were you in charge? Walk us through.
Maybe I was trying to bargain more than I should have. I was trying to be empathetic with what the hotel were looking for in like a good customer. So like they want someone who drinks, they want someone who's going to spend time in their casino.
Logic.
As like another way that I can kind of like provide them value, and then they can give me the free kind of upgrade.
Yeah, it's bartering. Yeah, were you able to see the chat? They were like,
No.
build a report. Yeah, so on chat, if you're the negotiator and you feel it's going nowhere, open up chat. People are dropping ideas there. They're able to see other things you're missing. And Doug, what were you feeling?
Largely did really great tone-wise throughout the entire thing. I really thought that you were pleasant the whole time, and I think that was really good. Even if you weren't getting any, real progress, I think you're maintaining your state that's a great baseline for anything you do from here on out. I thought that was really great. What I'd like to see more is a little more personal rapport. I think that's the missed opportunity. And again, it's such a tough thing in this environment, because you're there to do business, but you're like, okay, should I build rapport, or they're gonna get annoyed with me if I don't ask, start, feeding the transaction. But for any huge ask, there has to be some rapport if you're going to get anything off the books, as far as I'm concerned. You have to get some kind of connection, or like, why should I advocate for you? But overall, Ryan, you did real great staying in the pocket, and I think the opportunity here going forward is try to build more rapport on the front. But nice job for a first mock. You did real great, and I think you got a great future doing this stuff. This is going to be great to see how it goes.
Oh yeah, you definitely definitely got that good tone, easy to augment stuff. Shodan's done a lot of mocks. Shodan, any feedback? He's an analytical type here.
No, I think you guys pretty much covered everything. The key thing is, yeah, building rapport instead of going for the ask directly. In this,
Yeah, he went fairly quick for it. Oh, and anyone else before we move on? Eugene?
Yeah, so few words.
And James.
Just what Douglas said. So, you know, I just would like to add some things. So for you, when you say providing value, it sounds like you're explaining yourself and justifying yourself. And that's actually could be, and what I noticed in Duke, maybe I'm wrong, but Duke was getting a little bit annoyed towards the end.
Toward the end, definitely.
Yeah. So the more you try to explain and justify yourself, the more he got annoyed. It took some time, but because you kind of were repeating yourself a little bit more as the overwhelm kicks in, so that becomes a little bit annoying. Yeah, really. So fantastic voice you got. You got really good attitude. So less explaining. And have you read the Never Split the Difference book? Yeah. So for you, what would really contribute to your appraisal and communication skills would be labels. So rather than explaining, try to fit in labels and label Douglas. It seems like you are being really generous with your time right now. It seems like you're being really helpful here, Douglas. Right? So kind of use it to validate him, validate his your position, put yourself in his perspective, explore it. Explore his position. That would be in rapport building. So rather than thinking about how to explain something, think about how are they feeling? What are they going through right now in the moment? That would really set you on a very different path than you are right now. Yeah.
All right, James.
I feel like a little interesting because I showed up late, and for the first like 5 minutes, I had no idea what the conversation was about.
Awesome.
It's like, what?
So you were able to
talking about?
Good. What did you piece together? What's your take?
Well, eventually I figured out, I was like, oh, okay, Ryan is, I got that they were at a hotel, but I didn't understand what the negotiation was, like the focus of that negotiation was about. Like it was probably about 3 or 4 minutes in before I realized, oh, Ryan is actually wanting to stay at this hotel and he has a room already, but he'd like an upgrade and he'd like it for free.
He was checking in. But yeah, close enough.
Is that what it was? Because that's what I eventually got out of it.
Yep. He's checking in, and this is based on a real scenario. I went to Vegas recently. My wife booked for the 8th floor, and we got there, built rapport, focused on the guy, because I was curious. He was dressed kind of nice, so I was curious. Just next thing you know, I'm like, hey, wait, this could be a negotiation. And afterwards, he did have the idea of upgrading us. It was his idea, which was perfect. So he's the best. Awesome. Yeah. And afterwards I looked at my wife and I said, hey, how was that negotiation? She's like, what negotiation? I go, nice. Because, the deadliest one is the one you don't know you're in. Right. Also, another great line is if you look around and you can't find the sucker, you're probably the sucker in the room. That one always sticks with me. But there's no suckers here. We're all free range chickens. The fact that you're here means that, you take negotiations seriously. If you can sell prison time, who knows what else you can do with this stuff.
And if I could, Ryan, also permit me to recommend Fran runs a excellent world-class epic N9 practice Monday and Wednesdays has really accelerated any progress I've seen at all.
Can you put the sign-up link below?
Yeah, we'll see if we can do that.
Yeah.
Because I will say my experience of it was I read Never Split the Difference. Oh man, this is awesome. This is incredible. And then I put it down and months go by and I'm like, okay, that was cool, but how do you do that? It's so vast and broad, you don't even really realize how detailed and nuanced it really is until you actually try to practice the stuff. And I will say that's an opportunity that really really has changed the game for me. And I recommend it if you can, Monday and Wednesday. And let me see if I can run down the
I got
links.
it. I
Oh,
got
you
it.
got it?
Hey,
Yeah.
Dan,
Yep.
that was kind of the perspective of what I was walking into it, but I actually did have some feedback for Ryan as
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, great.
Bring it.
So Ryan, it seemed like from the beginning, because I was trying to figure out obviously what the context was at first, but the tone in which you were communicating, you seemed like you were being really nice, but there was a tone that I was hearing like that you were expecting Doug to say no. From the very beginning, like that was the frame. It was just like, whatever I say, he's probably going to tell me no. And if I might make a recommendation, go into that conversation assuming a yes, assuming this person wants to help me out with whatever this is. I just have to discover what that pathway looks like. Because if you go to somebody and because we teach other people how to treat us. And if we go into a conversation with a mentality or a mindset, this person's going to tell me no, regardless of what I say. Our subconscious is going to create context and situation to make that reality. So when you go into the conversation, it's like, whoever this guy is, I'm going to make his day. I'm going to figure out how he's going to want to give me this room. And what is that? What is it? What's the underlying thing? So like Doug was, like at some point he was getting annoyed because maybe he wasn't clear on exactly what you were asking for. Like, hey, Doug, how's your day going, man? And that rapport building is more about even beyond all of that. There is something that is deeply desired by human beings in general, that rapport element. What the element of that is this guy, he is having people come at him all day, every day with requests, people just wanting crap from him. If you can do a pattern interrupt with him and be like, dude,
Pattern interrupts.
how you doing, man? How's your day going? What's going on with you? I love practicing pattern interrupts at drive-throughs and restaurants or checkouts because they are very safe places to do that. Like if I'm at a checkout register somewhere and I'm like, hey, and generally everybody's got a name tag, and be like, hey, Ryan, how's your day going, man? Hey, Doug, how's your day going? And generally the immediate reaction is, how the hell do you know my name? Because there's a way in which you can say it where they're surprised at first. Immediate pattern interrupt. They're no longer in their flow. And then asking them how their day is going, what's going on, and everything that you want in the conversation is irrelevant. It's like, I don't want anything here. I just want to make sure that this person in front of me is having an awesome day. And how can I contribute to that? How can I add to this person having a great day? And a lot of the times they are dealing with mundane things. I guess the other thing is I actually used to work at a hotel. I've been in Doug's shoes.
Doug has been in Doug's shoes.
Yeah. And the thing is generally they have the capacity on that end to give that to people for different reasons. And you just got to give them a good reason. And one of the most solid reasons is like, this person cares about me. Like anytime anybody ever did that with me, like took the time to they weren't just here to check in. They wanted to make sure I was having a great day and they wanted to influence that and connect with me and have a real moment. I was like, this person is cool. Right. And I would have a natural urge because it's like I have this little pot that I'm allowed to give out to people. I would want to have that in the first place. And then just give it a little push like, hey, you guys got any upgrades or anything that you guys can give out to people kind of a thing? And then if somebody was like, dude, done, we're done.
Hey, James, I got to stop you there.
Sorry.
All this, that was a lot of shit you just gave us. And because of that, Eugene just messaged me. We need to invite this guy to the podcast.
Agreed. James would be awesome for the podcast.
Yeah, it's called the Non-Negotiable Podcast. Shoot, you got my email. Let's connect. Let's make it happen. We got one so far, and I think we're up to 30 views. Let me post it here. Get some views. Wow.
Slowly but steadily.
Yeah, right. It's all about consistency. Same thing with these tools. Just be consistent with it. I got so many. Oh, Freddie. Oh, that's a great. Hey, James. Go ahead and approach the counter. Oh, did he just leave? Sheldon, can you work the counter?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, James is going to approach Sheldon at the hotel counter. No pressure, James. We know you're going to excel at report building.
Okay, so I'm approaching the counter.
Yeah, you're going to approach Sheldon's counter.
Got it. Okay.
Hey, Sheldon, can you show your face or no?
I can.
No pressure, James.
Yeah, no, we want to see Sheldon's face when his pattern gets interrupted. It's just he's gonna go. into the matrix.
I'm
No,
going to assume Shodan is wearing a name tag being at a hotel in Vegas.
yeah, we're all about agility. So the more stuff you read and learn about negotiations, the more like comfortable you'll feel when you're uncomfortable. When in doubt, you'll label it out and stay in that pocket. Righty, whenever you're ready.
Hey, Shodan, how you doing, man?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
I am having a fantastic day. I'm here with my wife. It's first time in Vegas together. We're looking to have a really great time. How's your day going, man?
Oh, pretty great. So I'm guessing you're here to check in.
I am indeed.
Awesome. Well, welcome to Vegas. What's your last name?
Nelson?
Nelson. All right, let me check you in. So you guys have the standard room for 3 nights. Is that correct?
I think so. Actually, dude, how's your day going so far, man? I don't want to burden you with anything if you've been having a crappy day.
It's just a busy day. It's Vegas. People check in, people check out, and yeah, that's
Yeah?
the day.
So, like I said, this is my wife's first time in Vegas, and I'm really hoping to kind of get lucky with her more than a few days. And we don't come here like more than like once a decade, kind of a thing.
Mhm.
Was wondering, do you have anything where we can potentially get an upgrade to a nicer room here? She's like all about the amenities and crap. I don't know if that's something you can help me with.
Oh, I could definitely look in our system, see what we have.
Okay.
Give
okay.
me 1
How long you
minute,
been here, man?
please. I'm fairly new, 6 months.
Oh yeah? You come from a different hotel or?
No, like I said, I'm fairly new to this business.
I got some friends here in Vegas. Did you grow up here?
I moved here 6 months back for the job.
Oh, got it. Okay. Okay. Well, dude, I've got a buddy of mine. He works over at the what the hell is it called? The frickin' Eiffel Tower thing.
Mhm.
And he's super well connected in the area.
Oh,
And he's
wow.
got lots of friends. He
Mhm.
runs, he's a party coordinator. If you'd like, dude, I'd love to hook you up with that. I don't know. I personally hate being in a new city, in a new environment and not knowing anybody. He's a
Mhm.
really cool dude. I don't know. Is it
Oh.
something would you want to meet him?
Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm not much of a party guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to just work, go back home, play some video games, sleep, come back,
Oh,
work. So,
you're a gamer, dude. What do you like to play?
Well, I play a lot of Mario Kart these days.
Mario Kart? Like
Yeah.
what on Switch or
Oh, yeah, on Switch.
got
Well,
it?
let me
You got kids?
see if you. No, I don't.
My kids like this.
Uh,
My kids like playing Mario Kart on Switch. That's why I was
Oh,
asking.
okay, great. That's awesome. Regarding the upgrade, we have 1 room available on the 20th floor
Uh-huh.
with a fabulous view of the city.
I'm sorry, on the what floor?
On the 20th floor.
Oh, that'd be awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's a great room, and we'll have
Okay.
1 room available right now on the 20th floor. It's gonna cost you about $300 extra per night, so you're looking at $900 for 3 nights.
Okay. Okay. I'm wondering if we can. One of the things that my wife absolutely loves is when I can kind of work a deal. If I can tell her that I got the room for the same price, and I'm happy to can we convert that like into chips or something? I don't know I know you guys I used to work at a hotel and I know that you guys have like things that you can potentially give away as long as you've got a good reason for it. And I'd just love to know if there was a way of doing that. Seriously, dude, we hardly ever come to Vegas and I'm really looking forward to we've got kids and having alone time with her is very rare. And that's one of the things that I know she's going to get happy about that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's gonna cost you like $900 right now because it's busy right now. We're busy,
Right.
and everyone's just coming to Vegas, and
Oh, because of the whole COVID situation and everything that's going on, everybody's starting to come back out of their caves.
exactly.
Got it. Okay.
We've been seeing a lot of people, come to Vegas, check in at our hotel. So we've been busy the last few months.
Got it. Okay. So it sounds like that there's no way of like doing the upgrade and like maybe buying that in a different way?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay. Yeah, no worries, dude. If that's all you got, then that's all you got. I appreciate your help.
Yeah,
Are you
no
gonna be here
worries.
for the next few days?
Oh yeah, I work
Okay.
Monday through Saturday. I'm off on Sundays.
Okay, awesome, man. Well, hopefully I'll get stuck in the hotel for the remainder of my stay, and if I do, I'll probably be seeing a lot of you.
Yeah, this is a great hotel, and you chose the best hotel in Vegas, and I'm glad you guys are here, and
Mhm.
hope you guys have a wonderful time.
Thanks. Oh, one other random thing. Can I have something in the notes there to get the sheets changed every day? Wife loves the fresh sheets.
Oh,
like-
we do that. We do that every day.
You do? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that
Thanks,
shouldn't
man.
be a problem. And if you have any issues, just let us know, and we'll take care of it right away.
Awesome. Thanks, Jordan. I hope you have a great day, man.
Yeah, thank you. Here are your keys, and
Time.
uh,
It's good. Are you done, James?
I'm good.
All right. Just to be fair, Shodan is not a miser. He's giving me stuff in scenarios. He is crackable. People were putting in chat, hey, build more report, went for the ass kind of quick. Instead of, can we get those folks that drop down comments in the chat to elaborate? Jonathan, yeah.
Yes, thank you. One thing that I noticed, it's not about James or Shodan, but something that I found
Pattern.
fascinating was how James talked about his wife and talked about himself, and it had no effect on Shodan. Shodan just said, "Oh yeah, it's gonna cost you $900." After James said all of that, I was like, "Wow!"
I saw everybody's face drop. Mine too. I was like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, man, like
I got to that point too.
It was very emotional because you were asking, "Oh, my wife likes it," and but when you make it about yourself, that's what happens. That's what when I wrote "Make It About Shodan," because you did great building the report.
Yeah.
About the video game, but then Shodan changed the conversation about the price. Maybe I don't know what you guys think if James would have tried to change this conversation again and make it about the report.
Yeah, I would have been like, go back to the video game. I would have been like, damn, you didn't want to talk about games. Feels like your father smashed your Game Boy when you were a kid. Right?
Like, me or Shodan?
No, Shodan. Yeah, he was talking about games. Yeah, maybe something happened. You get curious. What's his drivers?
Well, I was intentionally being difficult, so it's not that James.
No,
yeah.
Be who you are. How you feel. Do what you feel. If you don't feel like doing it, don't. If you feel like it, do it. So it makes the feedback more authentic, even though it's a mock. But hey, look, these FBI guys, they don't go into a real hostage situation without running a bunch of mocks. So feedback from the other members. I know Ben dropped something on there.
Yeah. Like I said, I liked it. I thought James was very good at like socializing, kind of, and like thinking on the spot, like talking to Shodan, kind of like I said, socializing, but not necessarily connect. Like I think he asked some questions that were like made it be awkward, like yes or no questions. Like for example, do you have kids? And then when he said no, it just felt a little awkward.
Oh, the sex thing? Like, I want to make sure I get lots of punani.
And assuming that he's a party boy, right? Like that was how like maybe like a how question to see what kind of a person he is, rather than like assuming, oh, I got a guy here to connect you to party and stuff. Yeah,
I was gonna say like, what do you guys feel about? I wrote down offering things. As a negotiator, you want to be offering. No, you want to get the offer.
It seems like he was trying to connect with him, or like be like, oh, I'll help you.
Like barter, like a favor. Hey, I'll do you a favor, you do me a favor. Yeah, law reciprocation. It could work. It could have worked.
That's what I was thinking was the reciprocity.
Yeah, no,
that was
that's
actually
a
real
thing.
I do have a friend who works there and does that.
Well, fun fact: there is out of the 3 negotiator types, there's one type that is standoffish to gifts and assertive. He sees it like, oh, you're up to something.
Right.
That would trigger me. I'm like, I remember one of our landlords gave us a gift. My wife accommodated. She's like, oh wow, yeah, happy about it. And I'm like, he's gonna raise the fucking rent. He's up to
Actually,
something.
your point, Dan, that you kind of have a thing that I've been listening to you about when you've been talking, which is just be yourself in the conversation.
Yeah.
And then adjust based on whatever it is that they're doing.
What is the
So
string
like
attached?
every time I got any kind of resistance on anything that Joden was doing, I was like, okay, got it. This is not a pathway he wants to go down. So, you know, like asking him about that, like, hey, dude, I can connect you, because that's authentically like, if I'm in a new city, it's freaking lonely, man, if I don't know anybody.
Well, that's the thing,
So-
is you're treating others how you want to be treated instead of treating them how they should be treated.
In the context of that, I start with what I know about like the empathy of where I am in that situation, because there's a void of, I have no idea where this person is. Let's let them correct me. So when I offer that, he's like, oh, I'm not a party person.
You
And then
did
he
do a
talked
good
about the-
mislabel. That was one of my first comments, is your mislabel. I didn't put it on chat because I didn't want Shoden in case he was reading it. I was like, mislabel caused beans to be spilled. Yeah, you do keep that up. That is a great, you guys should augment that to your style, is, you know, make an assumption, a mislabel hypothesis, and
Right.
they're
Yeah,
they're itching to correct.
personally found, James, your offer to hook him up with a friend, I thought that was great. I personally liked it. It may be a little bit of a risk. It may put somebody off, but I don't think it should be really that big of a risk, really. I like
Right.
it personally. Yeah.
Well, mostly it was like, I'm listening. I don't have any idea who showed, and he's not really offering a lot of himself in that context
Right.
of the conversation. So it's kind of like, throw this out. How does he respond? Throw this. How does he respond? So he
Right.
gave me information when I offered him the party thing. He was like, nah, I stay home and game, which I immediately tried to connect on. And then his tone was like, I don't have that conversation. I was like, okay,
Oh,
let's not go there. He doesn't want to
okay,
talk about
that's not
gaming.
going anywhere.
So mostly it's like, as opposed to just keeping a void there, throw about a bunch of rant. I have an underlying assumption, which is every human being I talk to, we have something in common, and it's my job to discover what that is. So a lot of all of that was just like freaking shotgun, bunch of different topics to see where I could connect with this person.
Well, you don't like video
Authentic.
games?
What's that?
You don't like video games?
I love video games. I'm a freaking
Oh, I mean,
game. I played like, I've been playing games since I was 7. So yeah,
So
I do a lot of gaming.
you
I wanted
wanted
to connect with him.
So
on
here's the
that.
point. Yeah, you wanted to connect with him, but something stopped you. And I assure you, the more you keep showing up, the more you'll be able to get that wand, flip it over, go dark.
Right.
You know, a negative label is 3 points. A positive label is 1 point, according to Derek Gah. Yeah, laid on thick when he talked about Game Boy. Throw on that late FM DJ voice, hit him with an AA, and then really dig into that video game. Yeah, that was your like the negotiator says, we go in with nothing, but once we see a string, we're gonna
Right.
go hard on that piece of
Where
string.
is that string? in that?
Yeah, where is
I
it
think,
going?
you know what, actually, now that I'm looking at it, I had a realization of that, which is I have a desire to connect with people just whenever I'm talking with people. And I have discovered over time that not everybody is interested in that. And if at any point, like if I've tried a half a dozen times with a person and there is not a desire to reconnect with me, like try to find something out, it's like, okay, this person is not interested in building this kind of rapport, because some people are just like introverts. They don't want to do that. And I found that if I push when they don't want to have that, it's actually going to create a greater
Reverse
distance.
psychology, pull then. You know, that's what's
What's
all
that?
about, staying in the pocket. Yeah, if pushing isn't working, try pulling. You know, it's all about, you know, like, you know, switch your position, do something else. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah, and also, yeah, James, you
Wait,
could
hold on,
just
sorry.
label the emotions.
oh yeah, the label, when in doubt, label it out. Jonathan, what you got?
Yes, thank
before
you.
we move
Shoden,
forward?
Shoden, I have a question for you. Because I have problems building rapport too. If I was going to talk to you with somebody who stays away from the rapport, you were building rapport, talking about the video games, but then you wanted to talk about whatever the subject, the room, whatever. What would you say to James or for all of us in order to build rapport with the type of person that behaves like you? Like what would you change in order to open you up?
Well, for me, like in this case, James kept on talking about his wife and how he's excited about his wife coming to Vegas and she wants to have a great time. So the focus was on a wife at the beginning. And I personally felt, okay, I mean, that's fine, that's great, but should I really be helping him? Maybe not. So
Okay, and how would I make it about you? What if you know, what would you advise him to say or to do, or what type of how would you advise him in order to open you up?
well, he could have probably ask me about, hey, what can we do over here? What are the things that you guys offer? And probably ask for my advice on a few things.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and going for the ask was kind of quick. It's the report, I don't think it was there yet.
I did that intentionally. I think it's because, and this is again, like whenever we're making decisions on things, why do that? And I make an assumption that most people on the other side of a negotiation like this, they know they're there all day, every day being
No.
asked for stuff. And if I keep it to myself, it seems like I am trying to get something out of them without being honest or
That's just
authentic
you.
about it. That's true. That's true. But like in any conversation, where do we start with? There's a void. Like I can't see inside of Shodan's brain about where he is. So I start with when I was in this situation, because that's what empathy is looking at this person, seeing how they're responding. How would I feel in this situation? Like if I was gonna like be really real about it, be like Shodan, I would like to get a free room. And what is it that would convince you to do that? And like if somebody asked me that, I'd be like, well, I would like it if you were just straight with me about it. Being that I have no idea what Shodan's character is, I'm going to respond to him with empathy. Like this is how I would be in this situation. And then look for those strings that you were talking about. Okay, this didn't work for him. Because otherwise I'm just going to sit there and be silent. Like, because I have no idea where this person is. Watch them and then slowly adjust what's important to them through their response to me. Does that make sense? Because otherwise, like, how am I going to know who this person is that's in front of me? I could, without, like, I feel like people react authentically more than answer questions authentically about themselves. So I don't know if you were noticing, like, as I was asking him questions and watching his responses, I was shifting, like, okay, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. Where is the connection with this person? The advice thing that he just said, I was like, damn it, I forgot that. I normally would do that in that situation, and I forgot.
Yeah, because I felt like you spoke a lot.
I did.
Yeah.
That's me. That's just kind of where I am. I'm a talker person, and I used to try to shut that down, but I just like, that's who I am. I talk. I'm a talker.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna upload
James,
ego authority failure
James.
notes.
It seems to me, James, I'm going to be horrible, really. Like I'm preparing to ruin your session, but it seems
Try,
like what
sir.
you do.
Can't. I like you too much.
Cool. No, really, it seems like what you do and what you explain doesn't align.
What I do and what I explain.
Like right. It seems to me that I personally I couldn't see the things that you explain.
You couldn't
right
see
now.
the things that I explained.
You know what? Shodan is at fault. Damn it! Don't let that happen again, Shodan. Douglas, get behind the counter. You're demoted again. James, approach Douglas and show Eugene that you are congruent with what you say and what you do, please.
Okay.
And all right, you're approaching the hotel
Eugene.
countertop. Douglas has been demoted. He's there.
Hey, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great, Doug. How's your day going, man?
Oh, it's going okay. Going okay. Moving along.
How's everything doing here with the whole COVID situation going on?
Oh, better. We're starting to behave like normal again, which is fun, which has been nice to see.
Great, man. Sounds like you've been here for a little bit.
Yeah, been working here about 3 years now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Oh, sorry. I'm here to check in, right?
Yeah, no problem.
I'm James.
Hi, James.
Nelson.
How are you?
I'm doing
James
great, man.
Nelson. Okay. Okay, James, got you set for a 8th floor standard here. Looking good. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Dude, I know this is kind of sudden and you don't know me at all.
Okay.
Can I be a dick right now?
As long as you're not a Karen, you can do anything you want.
Okay. So my wife and I hardly ever come out to Vegas. Honestly, this is the first time we've ever been here.
Oh, I see.
And I would really love to be able to connect with her a little more. And mostly I would prefer to spend most of Vegas in the hotel room.
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
I'm hoping that one of the things that just really kind of gets her like happy about situations is when she knows we got a good deal on something. Is there any way we could get a room upgrade or like a higher room in the hotel and just tell me what that's gonna be? I used to work at a hotel and I know that there's generally you guys can comp things as long as you know you're getting something else.
Oh yeah, always.
We're in Vegas. I'm guessing like maybe like getting some extra chips or something. Like,
yeah.
Is there a way we can work that out?
Yeah, definitely. If I know you're going to spend, that's always one of our things we like here at the hotel. If we got you a game in on the floor, That's something we like.
Okay,
I'll
how does
be
that work, man?
direct. You know, if you do a $2,000 buy-in, I can easily do an upgrade to the 15th floor. It's a mini suite. It's basically double the size of the standard room.
Okay,
And I can copy the difference on that. That's not a problem.
okay. If you were in my shoes, is that what you would ask for?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good deal because I mean,
Okay.
hey, for $2,000, I mean, you're gonna have a good time. You're probably gonna spend that anyway, generally here anyway. So it's like, why not?
Awesome, man. Sounds good. So I'm curious, man. My wife is still getting her stuff out of the car.
Yeah.
Have you been here? It sounds like, I mean, you've been working at the hotel for a few years. If
Sure.
you were gonna go take your spouse or significant other around Vegas, where do you think you would take them?
Well, I gotta tell you, there's something kind of crazy, and I don't know if you guys like to fly or not, but there literally is a Mile High Club flight that you can take. Legit, I thought this was a joke when I first read it, but legit, you can take in a Mile High flight and have fun at a Mile High, and then
Got it.
some.
I would totally dig that, but as
Yeah.
soon as I tell my wife, she's gonna know exactly what I'm suggesting, and she's gonna put the kibosh on that.
No,
She's gonna be
not like
We're not going
that.
in a plane. Other people are gonna
No.
know exactly what you want from me, and I'm like,
Right.
okay.
Right.
So, anything else? Any other suggestions? I love that
Yeah, I
idea.
tell you, I think that any kind of dance clubs, if you guys are into music at all, the dance clubs are just crazy, crazy, crazy fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need boy, there's a steakhouse that hung in there. There's a really nice dinner you can go out to. There's a couple of boy, I think the romantic if you like Mexican food, believe it or not, it's kind of a romantic setting. It's, you know, it's like Mexican food and romantic are together, but there's the Calo is really pretty amazing. So that's
got it.
great.
A romantic Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, I know. I thought
He
it was
does
weird. I was
enjoy
like,
her
why has this
tortilla
got
chips. That sounds
got a
fantastic,
vibe to
man.
it? Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Like her weakness are tortilla chips.
Oh, gotcha.
That
Same.
sounds awesome, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, dude, it sounds like you know this area pretty well. How long have you been in Vegas?
Yeah, actually, my family's from Vegas. I've been back here. Came back for flight training. So I've been out
Flight-
here.
Flight training?
Yeah. There's a flight school out at the airport. Doing flight training while I work here.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're putting in your hours right
Close.
now, or did you already finish?
Yeah,
ground
real
school?
close. Instructing right now when I'm not here, and so I'm pretty close to an airline slot pretty soon.
You're instructing right now?
Yeah. I do flight instructing to bill hours. You have to have 1,500 hours, and
Right. Yeah, for your commercial license.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, okay. So you're not
actually
going to
the
be here
ATP.
forever. You're going to go
No,
fly.
actually, I'm sure. Actually, I should be getting a call anytime now. Got interviews and stuff going on, so I'm sure.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I was on a path to doing that actually when I was
Oh,
younger.
really?
My grandfather had a plane, but my
Oh,
grandmother
sweet.
had a heart attack and he ended up having to sell the plane. I had finished ground
Oh.
school. I had just started. So, dude, I'm seriously jealous. You've already got your 1,500 hours in?
Real close. I think I should have that in the next 2 months here. Yeah.
Dude, that requires some serious dedication.
Oh
Congratulations,
man,
man.
it's a uphill slide. I mean, it's so expensive on the front end, but once you get over the hump, it's a great career.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you got any your eyes on any particular airlines?
Yeah, I really like. Personally, I like SkyWest. It's a regional, mainly all West Coast stuff, and I love SkyWest. And I've got a couple friends that went to the same flight school I did, and they're there at SkyWest, and they love it. So, you know, they that sounds good.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, it sounds like probably next time we come through here, you're not going to be here.
Probably, I might actually be I might be co-piloting the flight here, maybe.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
dude, this might be a little awkward because we just met, but I would love to be on a flight that you were doing.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
That would be fantastic. Is there any,
Yeah.
can I give you my email address and I can
Oh,
kind of
sure.
stay connected with you? That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, absolutely,
dude.
always. Yeah,
It'd be fantastic.
yeah, for sure. And by
Okay,
the way,
well, sorry,
what kind of
I'll
plane
take
did
up too
your grandpa have?
He had a Cessna.
Oh
I think
yeah,
what is a what's it, 162?
There's
remember what it was.
150 and there's 172. The 150
Yeah.
152 doesn't even look like a real airplane. You have to wind up the band to get it to fly off the ground. It's ridiculous.
I think it was a 150, but I think he wanted a 172.
Yeah,
This is when this was 20 years ago now.
Sure.
So but I don't remember it being a Cessna, and I think it was a 150, but I remember him talking about the 172 all the time. I think I was
Yeah, I don't even consider that a real airplane, really.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I was, you know, 15, 16, it seemed like a real airplane.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh, that's awesome. Absolutely.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I've probably taken up enough of your time.
Yeah,
as
no,
it
no,
is.
I can talk flying all day long. Trust me.
Awesome. Yeah, dude, that's congratulations, man. That's definitely
Yeah,
something
man,
I'd love
it's
to get
great.
back into.
Yeah.
Is everybody else hearing that? By the way, sorry, this is outside of the context of the conversation. I've been hearing some
No, it's all
type of
you.
talking.
No, it's you.
It's like a low volume of somebody else talking.
Maybe an
No.
ad
It's
in
you.
a web browser. You're gonna add somewhere in one of your web
Oh,
browser pages.
I clicked on the YouTube link and it's playing.
Ah, there you go.
All right, continue.
Oh, are we, I felt like that was the end of the conversation. Is there
No,
more?
you just built report. Come on, take it home.
Got it. Okay. Well, it sounded like based on where Doug was, he did everything that he could, and this was the best choice that he could think of to make. I don't know what else to ask for because I felt like I got everything I wanted.
Go higher.
Ask one more time
Go
for
one
something
more
better.
ask.
Ask for something.
Wait, he got the upgrade for free?
It got like
yeah.
it was an upgrade. It wasn't like the big upgrade, but it was an upgrade to a suite.
Oh, it was
are-
another one. Okay.
Are you good with
sorry.
that, James? Or you want to get more? Yeah, go get some
Well,
more. You
based
got the
on
report.
based on the way that Doug was responding to me, like when I asked him, like, is that what you would ask for if you were in my shoes? And he said, absolutely. At some point, I get to, if I'm building rapport and I feel like it's there, I'm going to trust the other person on the other side of the conversation. Because otherwise, if I actually continue to push that, I feel like I'm going to be like, I don't think you're being honest with me. Like there's something more.
Go with an oriented question. Just finish the damn thing off.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Okay. Dude, quick question, man. I know you guys got 20 floors here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing that shoot. Sorry, give me a
What's going
second
on?
here to collect my thoughts.
What's going
Jonathan, Douglas, would it be crazy if you put me on the 20th floor so I can see the airplanes?
Thanks.
You know,
thanks,
it does
Dan.
have a nice view of McCarran. Tell you
Yeah?
what, we've got 7 of those suites open this week, and we'll be lucky we booked 2 of them. And you're gonna do the 2,000 spend, right? You promise.
I did. I'm happy
All
to
right.
take the chips right now.
All right.
Actually,
you're
probably
done.
would be better if
You're
I
on.
took them now.
I'm gonna upgrade you to a suite. I'm short anyway, and they won't care anyway. So
Awesome.
good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, time.
You guys
That's
had a good
it.
time.
Thanks,
That's it.
Dan. I feel like I'm terrible at the no oriented questions. I definitely need to practice.
No,
those.
no oriented was
Practice, man.
yeah. If you
Practice.
feel you're gonna ask and you're gonna feel pushy, just hit them with a no oriented question.
Got it.
Yeah.
okay.
Now to the
I need to practice
feedback.
those.
Yeah, I got some good notes. I'll start with me and then the order that was up there. What do we got? The order. I'll put the order real quick. So when you laugh first before your counterpart, that's not always good. You want them to laugh, then you laugh, because then it can appear as you're laughing at them. Like, why is this guy laughing? When you said something about Dick, and then you laughed again, there wasn't much laughter from him. Then you started explaining about your wife. Then you went to logic, and then something caught your ear, which was the airplane, and so that was a very good string to pull on. And look what ended up happening. So great job. All right, Kostas. There you go.
To be cover laughter, to cover something, laugh to cover something. That's
Yeah, were you
what
nervous? What were you covering? Why were you laughing? Were you nervous, James?
Yes, that's what I heard. That's the way I heard it.
Covering?
Yes.
In the
You
beginning,
laugh-
in the
you
beginning,
laugh-
you started laughing.
I'm happy.
No, it's
I
not-
don't know. I kind of have a core value that's like, let's enjoy life. And I used to filter my laughter, and I just read something about the children laugh like 15 times more often than adults do. So there's a core of me that just has kind of removed that. And if I am
Yeah,
finding
but the thing is,
something-
you didn't have report, and so he doesn't know if you're laughing at him.
Actually,
what's the
to me,
deal?
if I remember correctly, it came. He said, "I'm about to be a dick," and he kind of laughed.
Yeah, that's right there. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
didn't bother me because I'm like, okay, that's pretty out there to say that. So I didn't.
Oh,
it
maybe
didn't-
that was
it
the
didn't-
what did you call it? The pattern interrupt?
Yeah, so
It
for some
was,
reason
absolutely.
it didn't.
Oh, that's there you go.
Bother me one iota because the way he framed it. He said, "I'm about to be a dick," and I'm like, "Well, that's a pretty out there thing to say." So it didn't bother me because it came with something that was kind of
The tone
a-
was good and all that.
yeah. For me, me personally, it worked. I didn't even register it until now we're talking about it. So
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else? Jonathan, you got anything? Or you got
Yes,
anything to discuss with us?
yeah, James, great job, man. I'm gonna give it to you because from the first negotiation to this one, it was a total switch in the way you approached it. This time I felt like Douglas talked way more than you did.
Yeah.
So just that, man, it was amazing. And the results that you got from this negotiation compared to the first one, absolutely better. So now, man, I'm just gonna say there are obviously things to improve, but for now, man, compared to the first negotiation, I'm just gonna say great job.
Thanks.
Ben, you got anything?
Yeah, I liked the report and the connection you had with Doug. When you guys talked about airplanes, it seemed you guys are bringing it from your own home. Like Doug, you're actually applying for a licensed pilot.
it's on my agenda. That's why I want to have a
Okay.
business so I can afford to fly.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And you had a grandfather who was a pilot or something?
James, was that legit? Your grandfather really did have a
Yeah.
plane?
Yeah, it felt pretty natural. It felt like very authentic, like you're actually connected, like regardless of the scenario. And I thought that was pretty cool.
It's all about. We got Eugene, Ryan. Eugene, you got any
Yeah,
words?
James. Yeah, fantastic job. Like there was much less explanations on your side. I noticed though that you used your wife as a sort of a tool, like the idea of wife, you used it as a shield a few times. So maybe I'm not sure if Douglas felt it. For me, it felt a little bit overused, especially the first time. Douglas, is that your experience?
I personally, it just provided context of why he's here in Vegas and what they're going on. I think you need it at a certain
explanation.
level. Yeah, at a certain level, it provides context.
Yeah.
It didn't stick out to me. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
Kind of
Yeah.
natural.
Okay,
It felt
so
natural.
fantastic. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was just probably me.
Yeah.
And then the question, I really love the question. If you were in my shoes, would you choose that?
Yeah.
That's just forced empathy on steroids. It's really good.
Oh.
One thing I noticed is you talking over Doug sometimes. Actually, it happened 3 times. He started explaining and you talk over this. This is, as you know, is maybe not, the best type of kind of a behavior that helps you out here in this context. Now, then you started building rapport and you've done 2 mirrors. Doug expanded on what he was about to say and he got him even more in excited mood. And that's how you got your rapport going on. But at the last moment, you could have asked for something more, even though he already gave you, what he would choose. But there could be still some sort of icing on the cake for you because you have so much energy that you could put somewhere, right? Yeah, so that's about it, I suppose.
Yeah. And thanks, Eugene, for speaking up. I know sometimes giving feedback can be rough, right? We don't want to bruise anyone's ego. It's like public speaking, that's bad enough. Like
Eugene can't bruise my ego. I love the guy.
Oh, good. Ryan, have you noticed any patterns? Anything stuck out to you? Anything?
I thought it was great. I didn't really have anything to add that hadn't already been said. Yeah, I love the question, the forced empathy question, to test whether that's kind of good value for money. I think that's a great way to see if it is good value for money or not. Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Nice. We got Sheldon, you got anything for us?
Great job building repo. Excellent, because you guys had something in common, right? Planes and flying. So that helped. Only thing I would like to say is, yeah, maybe use dynamic silence every
Yeah.
now and then. that will be really helpful.
One of my top 3 tools.
In what moments would you have used that?
Just when Doug's like explaining, I know you like to like ask back-to-back questions because you're always curious. So maybe, wait for a few seconds, see if Doug's gonna give you more information.
Okay.
Freddie, you've been kind of quiet.
Yes. So I love that you were able to pick up lines of conversation, like the Mexican food, how long he has been in Vegas. I noticed some labels also, and I love the tone of voice that you have during the conversation. And I think you were able to build rapport very quick. I love that.
Well said.
James, you deserve the strawberry. Well
I
done,
do.
sir.
Thank you.
Well, we got some time here. Freddie, you want to step in? I know if you got your knees bruised a little bit before here. You've fallen, but it's your chance right here.
Sure.
Start implementing. So, the situation, the scenario, pretty good.
Yes.
Who do you want as your counterpart? Pick your prey. Who here looks easy street?
Let's make a little different. Let's make international. So let's go with Eugene.
Freddie, I'm going to play with you a little bit too. I'm going to use negotiation tactics on you.
No, come on.
That's fine.
Come on, Daniel.
Try to keep it real. Try to keep it real.
Practicing. All right.
I mean, I don't mind if you try triggering them, but try to keep it authentic. We want them to use this in real street world situations. So let's try to be as authentic as possible.
That's fine. Practice is practice. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, practice. We just ask for, you don't know, you haven't read Never Split the Difference behind that counter. Okay, Eugene, you've never read any of those FBI stuff. Yeah. Everything else though, it's real. If you know anything,
We'll see.
Yeah, everything else is real. Everything else is real. Okay, go ahead, Freddie.
You're located in Thailand. Is that correct, Eugene?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be in Thailand. We could do it in Thailand.
National. So gonna go
I mean,
check in Thailand.
Okay,
awesome.
checking in Thailand.
Okay. And good morning. How are you, Eugene?
Good morning. Very well. Thank you for coming in. Are you planning to check in today?
Yes, it's been a 24-hour trip. And I usually, when I arrive, I see a bunch of people checking in. So I'm glad to see there's no visit today.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a quiet hours. So we do have a lot of tourists, and you do look a little bit tired.
Yes. It's been a long trip. This is my 6th time in Thailand. I usually every quarter I'm meeting a girl. She's from Thailand actually, so I'm very excited. I used to work in the hotel, and when it was very quiet, that extra free time, I used to spend like playing chess or with some homework. What about you?
Okay.
How do you do on your free time when it's quiet like this?
Ah, man, life is just in Thailand, life is very different flow. It has very different flow. So one day flows into another, and you're just enjoying your life. I mean, isn't it why you're coming here for sixth time already?
Yeah. This is a special time for me, special occasion.
Okay.
I'm glad. So I imagine I can check in. I should be able to check in with you, right?
Sure. Would you like some water? You look a little bit tired.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe you can sit down there. Water. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Cold water.
Eugene, question. Unfortunately, I couldn't upgrade when I purchased my ticket online. So I'm sure I can do that with you.
Upgrade? How do you mean?
I mean, I book at a, a floor. Unfortunately, I couldn't when I bought a ticket. I couldn't I couldn't cancel my my hotel room because I wanted to buy the one that I purchased the last time, but for some reason it didn't allow me the system. So I just
Okay.
want to upgrade to that one. I think it's the big suite. I think it's kind of famous suite for people who wants to, you know, get a special time.
Okay. Yeah, let me just have a quick look what we have here. Yeah, unfortunately it's all booked.
So booked.
Tough luck, I suppose. I mean, yeah, that room is just not available.
I think that's the reason I couldn't book online. So
it might be, yeah.
Do you mind asking personal questions?
A personal question? Yes, yeah, of course.
So I assume that you're not from Thailand. So you single? You engaged? Married here?
I'm happily married.
Oh.
Thank you.
It's not that I'm trying to hit on you. It's just that, you know, I'm dating this girl.
You did say you have a girl. Yeah, you have a meeting with the girl. I hope you're not hitting on me.
Yeah, she's from Thailand and things are going really well. And you know, I think I'm thinking about proposing. This is my first time.
Me?
No, propose her and
okay.
Want some ideas. And how long have you been in Thailand?
10 years.
Yeah.
10 years, yeah.
So
wow, it do look like you're taking a big step in your life. Wow.
Yeah, it's a big step. I'm not sure about that, but you know, I think that's the right thing to do. So what there's a place that you think I should propose? Any ideas?
Well, there is Pattaya Bay, which is good in the sunsets. There is actually plenty of spots. What kind of spots do you think would be best? What she likes more? I mean, more of a crowded place, more of a romantic, secluded beach. What sort of preference do you have?
I just want to be something special for her, and that was the reason that I was asking for that room, because that was the first room that we first met. So I know it's booked for this day. I'm planning to stay like 3 weeks almost. So
okay.
Is there any chance that you can book that room for, you know, at least 1 or 2 days? I really want to propose in that room, or at least go to that room after proposing.
Mm-hmm.
So is that something you can help me?
Just a few days, like. Yeah, what do you have in mind?
Special, to be honest, it's the first room that we spend time together. Since I proposed, it would be nice. It would be nice, you know, to go back.
Okay. Maybe perhaps I could help you with this. Would it be Freddie? Would it be a crazy idea if you could snap some pictures of you while you you know, proposing there, or you know, newly married couple? It's might be a good PR for us, you know, as a review perhaps for the hotel.
Yeah, for sure. If I'm planning on marriage, it would be nice to have those pictures and perhaps send it to my friends and the invitation cards. That's something that we can do as well.
Wow, fantastic! Yeah, that sounds really good. I mean, it sounds like it's you know, it sounds like it's a go. I think we can make a booking on Thursday and Friday, and yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And would that work for you?
Yeah, we can definitely. It's something that I was looking for, and I really appreciate giving you all this advice. I know you don't know me, but I think I like that you were able to help me with this. I don't want to spend much time. I know you have other clients behind me. Will you be crazy to ask you for a big favor? I know I know that this is oh no, I'm sorry. You didn't tell me that it's gonna cost me anything, so I shouldn't ask for anything. I think I already accomplished.
Yeah,
Well,
run,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, probably a better idea. You're kind of killing the report, right?
Yeah, all right, time. That's good. Yeah, run, Freddie. He's even shocked. You know what? The same thing happened to me when we got up to the room. I was like, you know what? What if he did charge us for the upgrade? So we had to check. No, he didn't. But yeah, like that was too easy. What if? Feedback. Let's chat was going good. There was some good stuff on chat. Jonathan, you're up there. You wanna talk
yeah.
about what you were talking about in chat?
Sure, Freddie. I mean, I feel like Eugene was reversing the conversation on you, and maybe if you would have focused on making it about him, finding out things about him. I think that when he was talking about being married and you were gonna date this girl, maybe there you have something in common that you could have used. Main feedback and for you is remember to be quiet. If you're talking more than he's talking, at some point you're gonna make a mistake like you did in the end when you mentioned the price and you should have done that because you were talking the whole time. So main feedback is that if you're talking, you're losing.
Good. Ben, you got anything? Freddie, it looked like you wanted to defend yourself. Please do.
No, he's right. I was sort of listening, but I wasn't paying attention what he was saying. Or I was trying to pick things to continue the conversation, but I wasn't fully listening. That's
You got anything to add, Ben?
No, because I zoned out for part of it because I'm still working
Oh
today.
yeah, no worries.
But from what it sounded like, he got what he wanted. So
Yeah, he was even shocked that he did.
yeah.
It's good. Ryan, you got anything?
I didn't really have anything to feedback.
James?
So
I don't really know if it's useful feedback, but one of the things that I appreciate, Freddie, about you is that your it seems like your natural character personality when you are making mistakes of some kind is very endearing. Like when it sounded like you were asking him out, like, oh, I'm not actually doing that. Even though it maybe seems like you're making a mistake, it actually makes you seem like a real and vulnerable person. And your character just makes like, I like this guy. He's saying the wrong things, but I like him
Yeah,
anyway.
very humble. Yeah,
So
funny.
yeah, totally what Dan's saying, your humility underneath that. So if you're having any kind of self-judgment around like being maybe a little awkward in that, just know from an outside perspective, it seems very endearing. Like, I like this guy because he's being awkward. And that it's okay.
It's like a Columbo effect.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks,
Oh,
Dan. That's a
yeah.
perfect analogy.
Shodan, you got anything to add?
I'm sorry, I missed most of it.
Oh, no worries. Costas? All right, you're on mute.
I got out, and so I lost
Oh, okay.
every continuous from
Hey,
out.
Costas, do you want to get in on it? You want to get some practice?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Who do you want? Who do you want to be your victim?
How about you?
Oh, okay. I mean,
And-
I have given things. People have seen it and also given hard time. So
okay.
yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, well, yeah, yes.
Oh,
Hi,
hi, how you doing, Mr. Buzgos?
Costas, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm very well.
Welcome.
I just came here, and to have a booked for the apartment. Please check it out, please.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, you're you booked the 8th floor. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, it's got an okay view of the strip. Let me get everything here ready for you. You excited to be in town?
I am excited because I'm in vacations. I came here with my wife, and it's excited.
Oh, you're here on vacation with your wife?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Can you explain how long you're staying here for?
4 days.
4 days. Oh, right. 4 days on the eighth floor. I see you paid already online, Mr.
Yes, exactly.
Mr. Burgos. So we're just gonna print out, your card, hotel key, and everything.
Oh, sure. But tell me something. Are you tired of something? Because I see you somehow like tired. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm out of coffee. So yeah, I'm a coffee addict, and my energy is
Coffee sometimes, yes.
no, I'll get more energized for you. I'm so sorry,
No problem.
Mr.
No problem.
Burgos.
I deeply understand.
Oh, I'm happy you understand. Yeah, it's been a long shift here.
Oh, you are about to finish now.
Yeah, I'm about towards the end of the shift. Let's see. So you paid online. I got your card key here for your room. Is there any questions you have? There's really no line, so if you got any questions, I'm happy to answer.
You really look tired. That's what I can say. I don't know. It seems something bothering you.
Oh man, I'm just I'm just ready to clock out right now.
Yes.
I'm ready to.
But I prefer
to go.
I don't like the very professional look of something different. And I prefer this. It's more real,
Oh, you said your wife's name is Maria?
Where you find it? Yes, Maria. Yes.
Oh, okay, that's good. Well, I hope you and Maria enjoy your time here. That's good. You're on vacation. I wish I can go take a vacation. Boy, do I need one.
Oh, yes, I would also think you look like a person that needs a vacation.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I can't afford a vacation. I don't have big money. Like
You
you
like
guys.
big money vacation?
Oh, that would be nice, but I can't afford anything nice with the wages here.
But you like big money vacations? Do I understand well? Or any kind of vacation will do for you?
I mean, if you'll pay for my vacation, more than happy to take it.
Oh, before I was married, my special vacation, the best of all, is go to an island of
You were married before?
Before I get married. So
okay.
I was my very special vacation is.
I'm so sorry, sir. I'm starting. Caffeine's wearing out. I love to hear all about your wife's and your vacations and all that.
But you are tired, eh?
No, I'm not. Please, don't put that on the review that I look tired. I have to work 2 jobs to barely make it.
My God, 2 jobs?
Yeah, here and I'm doing video stuff on the side. If you ever need any of your Fantastic Days videoed, I'd be happy to. I didn't bring my camera today. My boss doesn't want me to bring it, but I usually got a camcorder up here. I like playing with cameras and camcorders. Boring stuff. I'm sure a man your age wouldn't know about technology like cameras.
Oh, I do, but it seems like you love technology and the cameras much more than you like your job here.
I mean, I wish I was old and retired like you, where I can just play around with my cameras all day. But I got to work. I'm not on Social Security. I don't have 401k. I envy you, man. I wish I can just travel and film.
Yes, thank you very much. But you do have a camera, I guess, quite good. At least you have this.
You know what? I should be grateful that I at least have a camera, and
Yes.
every day I try to film 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, and I don't know why. I guess I'm not getting enough views on YouTube, so that bums me out. Because you know, I do all this work and I put it on YouTube, and I get 10 views and 1 like, and it really gets me angry that it's not going viral.
Yes.
I feel entitled to it.
Oh, seems like you are very proud of your job.
Yeah, of videography, but not. I hate this hotel job. You know, I wish this building would catch on fire or something. I can't stand this.
Yes,
Place.
and only one camera remains untouched. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, like that's the only thing that matters in this hotel is that camera.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, man. Speaking of sticking it to the man, no, I shouldn't give you a. You probably have lots of money. You probably don't even care about a discount.
Yes, I have mediocre money.
Oh, really?
Perhaps you have more when you.
No way. You look so wealthy, man. You look like the Monopoly man. If you get the monocle, I thought you were loaded, dude.
Yeah, I have a very beautiful woman, so I have to look.
Oh,
man,
I like you, man. You know what? Between us, I'm gonna get you on the top floor so you can look good. For these women are gonna think you're like a movie star. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you love movies? Oh, dude. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna hook you with the HBO package. You can watch all the freaking movies.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice job, Kostas. I really tried triggering you, man. I was hoping you'd blow up on me, but you stayed in the pocket. Feedback.
Oh yeah, we were giving him feedback. Label,
you guys were?
label.
Oh,
yeah,
I see. I see.
Were you reading those, Kostas?
No. If you're working behind the counter, do not read comments.
I don't read anything.
You noticed it? Yeah. I mean,
You didn't read it, Kostas?
No, I didn't. How I was concentrated to see what.
Oh wow!
I have not mind to.
Interesting.
To look.
Well, you were matching the feedback that we're giving you on the comments. Basically, just label. When you started to then started to sound bored because of the subject that Costa was talking about. After that, he just started to listen and label, and out of the sudden, your mood changed, and after that, it was done. You gave him the deal.
Actually,
But I noticed that Kostas was using a lot of labels.
I have no idea what I have done. Maybe I saw later when you publish, because you know I was not. Now I do this. No, I just try to be somewhere. I didn't know what I was doing very consciously.
Probably Kostas shows up to a lot of sessions. Yeah, if you're showing up as a participant, spectator, you'll start picking it up, and you won't even know what happens, but it happened. Anyone else got some feedback?
I have a question about something, Kostas. When you were hearing him, what did it sound like Dan's interests were? Just reflecting back on the conversation.
Mainly, I was not sure he was tired of something, but it was somehow flat, somehow professional. I tried to make a guess. That I didn't care if I was mistaken about being tired. You know, because it will help me understand a little better of him. That's why I play the tired card. So whatever he shows, it will be easier to understand.
Yeah, that was good. It got me explaining. I was trying to get him to explain. He ended up getting me to explain away. That was a good label. I look tired. Yeah, I don't want to look tired. I'm supposed to be at work, you know. I started spilling beans. That was good. Eugene, Doug, Ryan, Shoden. You guys got anything?
The only feedback, perhaps I'm wrong, but I think he was giving you some topics that you could expand a little bit more, like. But I mean, that's another way to do it. But for example, the camera or the work that he was doing, posting videos, probably you could use those topics to. So he can invest a little more.
He kind of did. He got me good when I said, you know, I hope this building just burns down. He goes, yeah, except for your camera. I was like, damn it, yeah, man, this guy knows what I care about. I felt connected. Like he knows what I really care about here. I don't care about the people, the hotel, nothing. I just care about this camera. That was genius. Talk about leverage. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Doug?
one thing I'd like to
Oh,
add,
yeah.
Costas, you missed the opportunity to explore Daniel's boredom. He was practically yawning at you. And you could have done it any number of ways. You could have done it with AA, accusation notice, or you could have done it with sort of a label. It seems like I'm boring you to tears right now. It seems like, you know, I'm causing you all this pain. So that Dan would expand it on it. And if he would have hit it, then he would stop feeling that. And you could have explored this dynamic from kind of that side, from the negative perspective. What do you think, Dan? How would have landed on you?
Well, it definitely, I mean, it was good. It was kind of like a mislabel. It got me, it definitely Petter interrupted me, that's for sure. I didn't think he was gonna call, I didn't think I looked tired. I didn't think he was gonna call me out on it. So no, that was good. And I had to explain myself, and I thought he was done. I was like, yeah, I'm upset. There's no way he's recovering. But then no, he started listening for some clues, and yeah, no, it was rough. It was a little bit. I know what you're getting. It was a little bit abrasive, like But then he was able to use that against me because I had to reveal info. I had to explain myself, and then turned out to be a cool dude.
And I'm rather afraid to speak about things that for the other makes me yawn, because I should not be very interested. You know, if you are things about makes you in boredom, I would not like to go inside there. You say, I will try to avoid it if I can. Because there are things that gives you boredom. Why do you speak about things that make you bored?
Yeah, you're acknowledging it. It's not necessarily that you speak it, you're just acknowledging. It's a verbal observation of emotional dynamics. So Dan is feeling bored, Dan is feeling tired. The more you bring it up to the conscious level, the less you're going to feel it. It will disarm the emotion itself.
I'm a bit afraid of boredom. It's a hard feeling to change. That's what I think. Okay.
Costa, it sounded like you could tell that he was bored, and that there was like you didn't want to go into having a conversation around, like you could tell this guy's bored, but it seems like it's not a good idea to talk to him about what he's bored about. Is that what?
Yes, yeah, because okay. He will talk about a topic that he is bored, and I have a hard time to go away from a boring topic for the other. It's not easy for me.
Also, Costas. Yeah, if you mentioned before that you were not aware what you were doing about labels and.
I was saying whatever came in my mind. Yes, watching not to say too many I.
Right. Maybe it will help if you were more aware of what you were doing, because what you did in the end was, I think, was so good. You were labeling and you didn't even know you were labeling. You were listening and labeling, and then it started to talk. So maybe if you are more aware of it, in a negotiation, maybe you can more consciously direct the negotiation in for your own benefit.
Well,
So be more aware of what you're doing.
This is not easy because my life is not being very aware of what's going around. So, but it's okay. Thanks for the feedback.
Oh, nice validation. Yeah, no, Kostas is he's learning, I'll tell you that. It's definitely with the coffee scenario, we always joke, we're like, get that Costa style with a gun. I have a gun. Yeah, that was his first mock. He's like, give me this coffee. Hey, I don't want to come back here later with a gun. So yeah, we're a whole different Costas here today. And look, I mean, it was effortless. He didn't even have to ask for an
Yes.
upgrade. I wanted to give it to him because he understood, my drivers, which is that camera content. Any other feedback? And does anybody want a final round? Is anybody itching to get in
I'd love
here
to
and
give
practice?
it a go.
Who's your prey?
Eugene's available. I'd love to see if I can climb the wall.
Climb the wall?
Yeah, I think Eugene can be tough.
So you want to ask for upgrade from me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you want me to be tough?
I think I want you to turn this up a little bit.
Oh boy,
Okay,
we're
let's
gonna
try
watch
it.
this plane
I'm not
crash
sure what's
into a
happening.
mountain.
That's right. That's what it's probably going to be.
There's no timeouts this time, Doug.
Terrain, pull up, pull up.
All right, yeah, whenever you're ready to approach the counter.
Hey, greetings, Eugene, is it?
Yes. How can I help you, sir?
How are you, Eugene?
Better and better. Thank you for asking.
Have you guys been busy this week? It seems like things are picking up a little bit.
Up and down, left and right. I mean, it's going fairly well.
Good. Awesome. Crazy question. You may find this invasive, but I'm just curious. Do you like working here? I used to work for Best Western for a while, and it was kind of a fun job. You get time to read and stuff like that.
Yeah. Why invasive though? You mentioned it's an invasive
Oh
question.
no, I
It's
don't
a
know. I'm just curious, and I'm asking a personal question on if you like it or not.
It's okay. I don't mind personal questions. Yeah, I mean, I've worked here for about 6 months. Love the place.
That's awesome. And I'm fascinated, Eugene. If you would share, what's the most fun about the job for you?
People. I just love talking to people.
Talking to people.
Sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're not so nice. Yeah, it's
keep you on your toes.
It's always fun. Yeah, keeping on. And I practice negotiation, so it's fun to negotiate with some of those difficult ones. You know what I mean? But that's why I'm asking you. Like, you're asking this invasive question, so like, I'm curious about you and the way you do things. So.
Yeah. No, I'm interested in people, and this is such a laboratory, if you will. You get to see everybody and everything, and they're traveling, they're stressed out, they're frustrated, and they're happy. I mean, this could be like, coming in for a bachelor party or a wedding party, and so you get to see the whole gamut. So it sounds interesting.
Yeah. So what is it, Douglas? What can I do for you today?
Yeah, no, we're gonna check in here. We're slated for the 8th floor. Looks like based on the check-in. Just wanted to.
It's a great floor. You're getting a deal for your buck. I mean, that's one of the most popular option right now.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Good choice.
Sounds great. Thank you. Eugene, I'm gonna feel unreasonable here. You're probably gonna think he's just a male Karen. You might even think I'm being outrageous in my ask. Eugene, would you be opposed to sharing what it would take to get an upgrade for no additional money out of pocket?
Upgrade. No money out of pocket. So who's going to pay for it then? Oh
no, I'm open to possibilities of what other things might work for you in terms of, what would work for you to say, you know what, Douglas, you go ahead and have that 20th floor suite. I have an idea, and this is going to be, just a balloon. And again, you don't
Okay.
have to go for this. This is just a proposal. I do have a real estate conference that I'm putting together in the fall, and I would love to have it here. Would you consider a legal bribe? Because I can commit to that
Oh,
day, and I
Douglas,
can
you-
even
you-
put it.
great.
I can put it in
Okay.
writing and everything.
Wow, conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. It sounds like it's a lot on your plate and things are looking up for you. I mean, legal conference.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's going to be a great real estate conference in terms of investing, and going to bring at least 30 to 40 people.
Okay.
So would want to be interested in the ballroom and whatnot, and doing the conference here. So I'm trying to see if you'd be willing to bribe me.
Oh, well, you proposing a business idea. I'm open to
Yeah.
exploring it. We still have 10 minutes. I mean, what kind of a legal conference, and where are you planning to perhaps book a place?
Yeah, that's what we're looking to do, is actually book your ballroom. It's a real estate investing conference, and talking about the pros and cons of negotiation in real estate, what you can do to maximize the value of your property and stuff like that. So it can be dry and boring unless you're a geek like me.
Oh, fantastic. How long have you been doing this, Douglas?
Oh, quite a long time now.
Oh,
Yeah, I really, really should be fun. In fact, Eugene, if you want, you're more than welcome to join us. I can definitely make room for you if you're at all interested to see what it's like.
I mean, I'm interested. It's a big thing. It doesn't happen every day. I'm interested in looking potentially doing this together with you, Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you said you've been doing this a long time, and you're doing these conferences. How often do these conferences happen? For your company?
Yeah, we usually do 1 or 2 a year. It's outside what
1
I
or 2 a
normally
year.
do. I invest during the day, but then and then occasionally like to have a get together. It's a lot of fun. And
It
you
sounds
seem
like a lot of
curious.
fun.
Yeah, you seem curious, Eugene. Would you find that thing interesting at all for your own edification in terms of what you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, it does sound interesting, and perhaps if it would be appropriate to ask each other a few more questions to see
Oh,
if we
sure.
could
I'm happy
possibly make
to
it
tell you
happen.
more about it. Sure.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, you have 1 or 2 conferences per year. You've been doing it for some time now. In fact, you mentioned long time. What
Yeah.
what do you like about those conferences?
I really love public speaking. It's a thrill for me. Some
Ah.
people are like, they hate it, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I get it's like a dopamine explosion. It's so much fun.
Wow, public speaking, it's exciting. I mean, every
Yeah.
time, every public performance is exciting, and it can get you those dopamine spikes. It
Yeah.
could be actually pretty addictive.
Yeah, I think it is. I really enjoy it a lot. But have you ever tried it in terms of like Toastmasters or anything like that?
Yeah, from time to time, do practice public speaking. I do enjoy it. It's a great gig. It's
You
like
have a
all
great
attention
voice
is on
for
you.
it, I think, actually. You have a great composure. I think you'd be awesome at it.
Well, thank you. I mean, hearing from you professionally doing public speaking, that's a great honor. Thank you.
Yeah, you would have a gravitas up on the stage, I think. Really would.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I would love to explore this too at some point of time and do bigger events. Yeah, Doug. So, I mean, you said you love public speaking and you've been doing it a long time, 1 or 2 conferences per year. I mean, and you are looking for the hotel to do this with.
Yes.
What have you tried so far that haven't worked for you? I mean, you've been doing it some time.
Yeah, we're really wide open. We haven't done anything since the pandemic, so we're really early in the game. But I really stayed at the hotel a couple times here, and I've always loved the property. And if it's something your guys are open to and interested in doing something on, I'd really like to work with you on that.
So it sounds like the previous hotels that you had this, events before didn't work out for you.
No, they were fine. It's just been a while, and I do like the property itself. So, you know, it's great.
Oh, really? What do you like about it?
The casino is great first and foremost. Good service, and really, and Eugene, you're great here. I really appreciate the questions are really insightful, and I really appreciate the willingness to find out what's going on here. With what we have in mind, and that's a prime sign that you're working with a good partner. Is you actually care about what I need here, and not just trying to go for the throat. And I really appreciate that.
Hey, Douglas, you know, we're talking about mutually, business opportunity that might be mutually advantageous. So, you know, I want to know who I'm working with, really.
Yeah.
And not to waste your time, first of all, and not to waste my time, so we don't
Sure.
have to chase each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that you like casino and the service, and perhaps we could work together on organizing this this event. You know, in ideal case scenario, how would you like it to be? Like, what are some of the things that you absolutely must have?
Well, I think that what you offer is already there for me. You've got the restaurant facilities on property. You've got several great restaurants. You've got the ballroom space. You got plenty of rooms. One-stop shop, and you have it in spades. Plus, the property is fairly new, and it's well thought of in my circle. So, really, that's what I think. It's just it checks all the boxes, and I'm ready to close the deal today if you are.
Well, why now, though? Why not?
Oh no, I
tomorrow, the
want to
day
be done with it. I don't want to have it just hanging out
Okay.
there and having it kind of floating around. It's something it's not my main thing. So I do want to have it done and wrapped up.
Okay. Well, that sounds sounds like we could make a deal here and go ahead and book it. And perhaps it would be appropriate if we draft some sort of an agreement right now, just
Sounds
to make
good.
sure we have
Absolutely.
something to.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do we go from here, Douglas?
So top floor today, suite included today, and we basically come to agreement on the price you need for, as long as it's market. I don't have a big problem with what you need for the renting the ballroom and all that. So as far as I'm concerned, just putting in the ink and going for it.
Okay, yeah. So how many days you are planning to stay in
I
the?
will, this time out just 3 days, and then
Just
the
3
conference
days.
will also be 3 days.
Okay, yeah, that's let's do this. I mean, it sounds like we come to agreement, and this events, it's something that we might be hosting regularly.
I think we could see that in the future. I really have a good vibe about where we're going here.
Okay, fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
let's shake a hand on it.
That sounds good.
All right. Could he have gotten more with report? I feel like you missed a great connection point when Eugene was talking about he knows negotiations with, and then Douglas literally said it's pros and cons of real estate negotiations. I was like, oh, he's going to connect it. He's going to bring him into the world of negotiations. And Jonathan, please.
Yes, I feel based on what I heard that Eugene was a negotiator.
No,
Basically,
Douglas.
Eugene,
Yeah. He wasn't supposed to be,
Right.
but he brought on the heat. Yeah, he brought on
right. I
negotiation
feel like
stuff.
Eugene got a deal for himself because he was
Oh.
asking the questions, Douglas was talking, and then Eugene, okay, deal. It's good for me, it's good for him. So I think in this case, Eugene got himself a deal.
Yeah, because I'm thinking he's going to charge a market price for the ballroom rental since that report wasn't really there. He's like, oh, okay, Doug, yeah, I'll hook you up here, but man, I'm gonna charge. I'm gonna overcharge you for that ballroom. Eugene, is that what you felt?
So why would I?
Or me?
He
I'm just
said to
probably
me,
mean.
Douglas is doing it for a long time. He's having 1 or 2 conferences per year. We are establishing this rapport. Douglas is, perhaps going to be hosting these events regularly. 3 nights. I mean, just to see how the deal will go in the future, just to see how Douglas is going to be in the room after the room. It's just a priceless info. It's, I would pay more for this info. So you know, it for me, it was a deal.
It was a
Right,
appeal
yeah.
to your logic.
Well, it's not so much of a logic. It's I get to see how Douglas does business. And if there is a potential for us to do it long term, I'm going to be studying. He's under my wing right now.
And I have a feeling
he's
Douglas
in the
is,
trap.
and
He's totally in the trap.
I have a feeling he really is trying to get book a ballroom somewhere for a convention. Are you, Doug, or was that BS?
There are the corners of my mind.
Well, that's good. You know, you're starting to build those neural pathways. Yeah, you could you can leverage. That's a good leverage.
No,
Feedback?
and I gotta say the questioning that Eugene was undertaking was next level stuff. That was golden type of, that was elite.
Yeah, this is probably the hotel manager you want to
I'm like,
want hosting your
if he's
event,
not
right?
running
He's
this
asking.
hotel, he needs to be running this hotel because
Yeah, he's asking those questions.
Actually, to that point that you're mentioning there, Doug, one of the things that I found really useful, and it's safe even if you're wrong around it, is when you hear someone communicating like this, and it sounds like they are probably the manager, they might be, just call them out and be like, hey man, it sounds like is this your place? Do you own this place? And when you go there, it immediately provides a huge amount of value because you're assuming that this person is something. And if you're wrong about it, then it's a huge compliment.
Eliciting info.
Yeah, one way or the other.
What would you have said, Eugene?
Great label, yeah.
I don't know what I was said at that moment. I could have played any different notes, but the results would probably be still the same. If it could be my promotion, for example, if I wasn't the decision maker, right? I could have brought the big ass client. If I was an owner, we're just exploring it as a business partner. So either way, it's still beneficial to explore it.
And I would add after, if I had done that and he said, no, I'm not the manager. And I'm like, you will be soon.
Right. Yeah, it's totally, there's a buy-in there. I felt like that frame in general, in some ways, it's so strong. Like, because you were walking in there with essentially using, influence, like the reciprocity law in this situation. And you went so big, like, I'm planning on renting a ballroom, that it completely changes the dynamic of the conversation. You're just not here to be a person who is visiting. I love that frame, because at the end of the conversation, you weren't asking, you were telling exactly what you wanted. I want this, I want this, I want this. And the frame was very different than the other conversations that have been had. Most of us were all asking for, you were saying this is what gets to happen in order for what Eugene wanted to turn out.
Well, I can tell you, Costas didn't ask for an upgrade.
Right.
He got it. I'm the one that suggested. I'm like, let me stick it to this hotel.
And you know what? I also think that a key factor was because Douglas, in the beginning of the conversation, he said something along the lines of, "I have an idea," and he was the one who made the offer first, and then it was in Eugene's pocket. Now Eugene is the one asking the questions, listening, and thinking, is this good for me or not? So that's why I think that Eugene was the negotiator here, because Douglas, he was making the offers. He was the one with the solution. Not Eugene. Eugene was the questioner and the listener.
Very good point. Anybody else?
And by the way, the last thing, that when I asked Douglas why now, Douglas was actually selling himself why he wants to do it right now. So the urgency was there. And then I asked him what do you like about the place? And he actually just justified booking it by saying there is casino, good service, and me as a partner that would lead the way.
I loved his question so much I didn't care.
No, it wasn't. It
were
was
so
like
good.
it was good to know that. I mean, that's exactly what negotiation is. You collect information and seeing, is there a potential collaboration here? Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Next scenario, Douglas, you're going to be going into a Motel 6. Upgrade to Motel 6.
You gotta remind me of my college days like that. Come on. I stayed in an embassy suite all summer as an intern. Come on, I can't go back like that.
Actually, I'm having
one of the good things.
Oh, sorry, Jonathan. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There's this thing that I keep recognizing in all of these conversations is the individual characters. It almost, I don't know, this is from, I studied attraction and dating for a year, and there's this idea that I have kind of stuck in my head, which is regardless of who I'm talking with, there's only going to be a percentage of the people that I'm going to be able to connect with well. And I am not ever going to be 100% successful in every negotiation that I have, but me being authentically me, whoever that is, with the people that I'm going to succeed with is the best way to do it. And I've noticed, like, when, like, the first conversation that I had went terrible, right? I didn't feel like I was a good fit for the person on the other side of that. But when I talked with Doug, there were fireworks. I felt like, I was like, we'd be buddies. I honestly feel like Doug and I would be buddies if we hung out outside of that space. And I guess the question that I'm having is in that dynamic of recognizing, hey, is this somebody that I'm going to be able to connect well with? And should we assume we're always going to win at every negotiation and in every situation with every person? Or at what point do we decide, like,
Well,
this is a great person to connect with?
Let
Does
me
that make
tell
sense,
you,
Dan?
with this skill set, we'll work on 93% success rate. And what you're saying right now is I connect with 50-50. And if I don't connect, I don't get nothing. With this skill set, you'll be able to connect with someone that's, I mean, look at what Costas, I wasn't trying to connect. I was trying to insult him. I was being a jerk. And yet he still managed, he found a little thread. He was able to connect. And yeah, afterwards, you know what? He might never see me again. He might never deal with, but you know what? By him leaving, I do feel better. I think he left me in a better condition, because now I'm like, man, when after work, I'm going to get out there and maybe film 20 minutes this time. So yeah, I got something out of it. Bartered. He gave me some kind of inspiration.
I want to say this is a case where both are correct. I feel like when you have to have it, the 93% of the Black Swan group is there for you. But I also agree with James. If I'm choosing with somebody to work with, I would choose Eugene in that case, because he was somebody I was like, I can work with this guy. I get him. And if you don't get someone and you're not there, if it's an optional thing, then you're like, well, okay, walk away.
Well, I mean, here's the other paradox of it. If you do come across someone that's stonewalling you, right? If you get more curious and you can climb it, it turns out those people are sometimes the best to deal with when you're able to weaponize those, because look, they kept a bunch of people away. So that means they're really focused. And if you're able to climb and they acknowledge this, they see, this is how you get the wealthy clients, real estate.
It was actually something in our conversation that we had, was it the day before yesterday, Dan, when you were in a conversation, we were negotiating with the lazy guy on the couch, and you made a statement where you were like, at some point, if this is just a lazy dude, I don't have anything to do with him, I'm out. And you chose in that situation, instead of like trying to convince him, to realize, like, my character doesn't fit with this kind of a person, and I'm done with this conversation. I'm curious for you, when is that? When is it like the goal versus the personality? Because it seems like there's a choice.
Well, here's the thing is,
the person.
You know, like the barista example, right? Give everybody a respectful label and all those, you know, because the barista, I don't want to upset him also, because I don't want him breaking my TV when I get home. And with the barista guy, I don't want him giving me decaf instead of regular. So yeah, tactful about it. Yeah, but at side note, yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'm observing XYZ. This guy is a bitter Nancy, regardless, you know, I see his drivers and they don't align with my drivers. You know, can I leave them in better shape? So in that case, I was like, hey, look, would you be against going to the garage and fixing up that beat up bike with the flat tires? Like, yeah, you know what? I'll do that. Okay, good. I got him doing something small. Yeah, I get him doing something larger later. In the meantime, hey, I'm probably making other moves, right? They don't remember. You don't want to be the one spilling beans. You want to be the one collecting the beans. So yeah, collect the data like an analyst, and then you can choose: do I take out the bear with a sniper? Or if he's weak, I can just go there and stab him, or I can bring him home for dinner. He's no threat.
I guess in the core of that, it seems like there's a choice between a goal and whether or not I want to choose to work with a person.
Yeah, because no deal is better than a bad deal.
Right, exactly. So I guess what I'm curious about is in that situation, when do you choose I don't want to work with this person over the initial goal? Because we go into a conversation having a goal. Like, this is how I hope this turns out. And then partway through the conversation, we realize, you know what, this is not the kind of person that I would want to have a deal with.
Well, permit me to suggest
your trigger for like pulling out, like I'm done working with this person?
Permit me to suggest dishonesty. Like, you spot like just like blatantly lying to you or just like unethical behavior, you can use that as a signal, right? Isn't that one thing? I think that for me is big. If I notice somebody's just they're just a scumbag, and I don't like, they're into things that are just offensive to me. It's like because I had this happen to me earlier this year where I was about to partner with somebody and I didn't do my background. I had rapport with them. I built a relationship, and guess what I didn't do? I didn't Google search the guy to find out he's being sued in federal court for fraud. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm out. And it's better to know that going in. So homework hopefully will help that problem too.
Yeah, and also to add to this point, I think it's more about tactical empathy, because if you are negotiating business, who you have in front of you is who you have in front of you, and then it is your job to put yourself to have that empathy and make it about the other person, because it's not about, to me, it's not about connecting like we're gonna be friends. Especially in business, I'm not trying to be friends here. I want to negotiate. I don't want to go for dinner with you. I don't care. It's about my empathy towards you, finding out about you, and negotiating a deal. It's not about making friends. At least to me, it's not.
No, look, I said connecting, not like long-term relationship. Connecting means you connect with their perspective. You see what they value. So with Costas, he was able to connect with me through my driver of filming. That's how I see the world. And
right, so, but when it comes to choosing that, I mean, who you have, like, let's say I'm going to negotiate with you, and I don't have a way to choose whether I negotiate with you or with James. If it is you, the decision maker, then I have to connect with you, if we want to call it that way, or have that empathy towards you, that report towards you. I don't get to choose. As a negotiator, what I'm saying is, as a negotiator, you have to find a way to connect, build rapport, or have that empathy towards whoever you have in front of you.
That's an excellent point, Jonathan. The whole, like, from your perspective, actually, I would say in between those two, there's a value decision that's being made of, I want use tactical empathy is valuable to get the goal done, but you're not looking for long-term relationships. In that context, I would actually, I mean, being authentic in that situation, because of where I am now, when I am talking with people, I am actually looking for that. So if you and I were having a conversation with those kind of different values, if I recognized at any point in that conversation that you were only interested in kind of maybe empathizing with me, but the deal was more important, I would pull away from that conversation. Like, and I've done that. Like, I've had initial rapport with people, and then I recognize that's not what they're looking for. And it's like, okay. That's
yeah,
fine.
you smell the commission breath.
Right, but then, James, in that moment, me as a negotiator, I have to know that about you, and then I connect with you that way. And then if you want to go to lunch, we can have lunch. But the deal is a deal. I mean, the relationship, it is good, but you also need to care about the deal.
Right. I guess there's
because it's
in
a business
sense of
relationship.
values, there's a list of when we're making a decision about what is more important than what. And I'm not having any judgment about it. I feel like everybody has a different set or sense of values of what is a priority for them. And I have nothing against people who prioritize the deal over the relationship. Totally makes sense. I feel like those people are some of the most successful people in the world because they keep their eye on the ball. But I guess for me, in the context of that, when I run into that, because my values are out of alignment, and I have tried to pursue those things in the past, I end up recognizing that value conflict. I mean, this, at least for me, I've had, relationships that have succeeded and failed in business. And the ones that really have succeeded are where we have an alignment in value. So even though I respect it, I appreciate it, I recognize that my values are in a different space. And as a result, I need to make sure that I'm in alignment in that space for long-term business to succeed. And that's who I'm looking for. So when I recognize that in other conversations, I'm like, okay, get it. Values are different here. I would pull away from that, because for me, that, like, the relationship at any point is is the priority, at least for me. So I guess in that context, what I'm curious about is for everyone, when they're trying to make a decision about, this is the goal, this is the deal that I want to work out, at what point do we're like, okay, this is like what Dan said, like, it's better to have no deal than a bad deal, right? How do we recognize that
It
as
feels like
quickly as possible?
context drives
My,
us
my
a lot.
response
I
to
mean,
that is, for example, my response to that is, me as a negotiator, I had to find out about you, and maybe in my findings, I get to value relationship more. I get to find out more about why you value the relationship more than a deal, and maybe I get to appreciate more of that. See,
Okay.
but also if it gets to the other extreme, where the other person cares too much about the relationship and not the deal, then I might pull out. You see what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's what what I think, the way I perceive it is, me as a negotiator, I have to understand your work and your values, and then if it was the opposite, you will have to understand me and my relationship to the deal and why I value so much the deal.
Yeah, Jonathan
See?
just presented the accommodator, right? They care about the relationship and they'll make all these promises. Next thing you know, you're falling off the cliff and they're going, hey, sorry, man.
Right.
Yeah, no,
it feels like context matters so much there too. And
Oh, yeah,
you know what
context.
you're
Totally.
what are you selling? I mean, for me, I have a relationship with an investor for 5 years or 3 years or ideally lifetime. And so it's best for me to screen out early. If they're a flake or a weirdo or a whack job or unethical, I have to screen hard on the front, because I have to live with these people for a long time. And if they're pounding me every other day, how's my how's my investment doing? How's my investment doing? If they're a pain in the ass, then I need to know that right off the bat. So for me, if I were selling like a widget for a company or a block of widgets, I wouldn't care if they're a pain in the ass.
elf
So to
versus
me,
half.
yeah. So that's
Easy,
very
lucrative,
interesting.
fun, or are they hard, annoying, lame, and frustrating? Yeah, and that's what you're looking for, right? If you feel in your gut and your brain that this person is hard, they're annoying, they're lame and frustrating, that's a bad deal. Now, if they're easy, fun, and lucrative, that's who you want to, like Eugene, he made it easy by asking those good questions. And, Doug's like, hey, I think it's going to be lucrative. He's going to make sure it goes smooth. It's going to be easy. Like he's doing all the work here. Yeah. But if he was half, yeah, you know what? Maybe no deal is better. All righty, guys. See y'all next week.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. 2.5 hours.
Thank you.
You're champions.
Record.
Wow.